Hello. And for at least one more time, it's me, Seth, Steak and Potatoes, here to welcome you to episode 35. What you might call the final episode of Dawn of Flame reunion. It's been crazy, right, guys? We've been doing this for almost a year now. And here we
Yeah.
are.
It occurred to me last week when we were talking about it. Yeah, we started in April.
Yeah, so I mean, we're coming in under a year, but not that much
Yeah.
under a year. So I guess how long does Dawn of Flame last when you break it down in chunks of 4? Quick, let's start up morning math session. I already have the answer in my
Absolutely
head.
not.
So there's 6 books and 35 episodes, so it's about...
And each episode has been close to 4 hours.
Oh, were you asking how many hours we've been playing? Oh, 140.
There you go.
Roughly.
Good warm-up. But it's easy for Tom to do those numbers because those are the numbers that Ninden usually hits at.
That does happen to be about... That's a little under my stamina pool right now. So...
Speaking of Ninden, I went completely out of order here. With me as always, with me for a little bit longer, is the half-orc hottie who's got a new buddy, Gur. The small, no longer pale, maybe not so frail. She's rocking some cool violet bangs now. It's Mouse.
Oh!
Of course, we've got the big lizard who's also a punch wizard. It's Ninden.
Hello!
The Riforian mystic who's got the quick fix, Kaylin.
Good morning. I love that he's now a punch wizard.
I think I've used that phrase before.
I don't know. Maybe I missed it.
Well, he hasn't been a punch wizard for a while. He kind of stopped doing that.
Yeah,
Like,
there was the incident, and then
the incident.
he found the nincident, if you will.
God!
Portmanteau strikes again.
How jellical of you. Oh, hey Harold, how's it going?
Are you really okay facing your own mortality? We're all essentially dead at the end of the session.
No. We do have, I got a nice little wrap up. Right, yes.
Please.
What do you mean? Hey, look.
It's 140 hours.
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously I have trouble challenging you all up to this point because I haven't killed a single person in a legitimate fashion this entire adventure. So I don't know how the heck I'm supposed to challenge you in the mysterious seas beyond level 12. No.
Issue.
Oh.
I
wonder
hear.
if
We hear you on Discord, but you're being on OBS. You're recorded.
All right, I think I fixed it.
Other means.
Can you hear him?
Yeah, it's actually humorous. So I use the same toggle to talk on Discord and Streamlabs, but they were inverted. So they were only able to hear me when you couldn't hear me.
Uh-oh.
I don't think I said any rude words though, so it's okay.
Okay.
That's funny.
There we go. It has been fixed. Confirmation has been received.
Good. I was in the middle of a good goof though. What was it?
I don't know.
We were talking about mortality, but let's not do that one again.
This makes me very sad.
Seth, rest assured, in level 13 plus play, without getting into spoilers about Cosmic Crits, Drift Rider crew, don't worry. You don't You are not alone in being a GM who uses story reasons to threaten the players' lives.
I mean, like that's one of the only ways you can do it, right? I mean, when you really break down a Starfinder character, it gets kind of ridiculous. Like, Ninden at this point could survive a fall from outside of the atmosphere, like just because.
I don't know about that.
Well, it's like what? It's like D4 damage every 10 feet or something.
1d6 every 10 feet. Yeah.
D6, yeah.
Okay,
So
all right. So how many feet is it to leave the stratosphere? How high is that?
You're talking literal miles, brother. You'd kill Ninden. Oh.
I don't know. If I rolled a bunch of ones.
Oh, I've got Seth all paranoid now about Ninden. He's like, no, I don't know, man. I don't think I could do it.
How many
hit
points does Ninden have?
Too many.
All right, let's see. No, because I'll flex. Ninden's got 156 stamina points and 97 hit points. And
okay, so that's 253 total points you have to do.
So to kill him instantly, you would have to do 256 or 255 plus 97.
Right.
So that's like
worst
3,000
case scenario. He needs to fall at least if he falls 421 feet and rolls a 6 on all the damage dice, he's dead.
Yeah.
So basically, drop Ninden from a mile and he'll die. We kill the lizard.
Yeah, it was just one of those things where like it was definitely one of those DM Fiat moments where like the episode where we were at the casino and I took Ninden and I was like you're like 4 stories up and it's like, oh, that's nothing. I'm like, yeah. I meant 20 stories up.
Yeah, I was like in my player brain I was like, oh, I could survive 4 stories.
That's fine.
Fine. Yeah, that's
fine.
That's like 4d6. I'm level 5. I don't care.
Yeah, that's only 40 feet.
Yeah, Starfinder mechanics are weird. It's like when you say a word too many times. It feels weird. If you keep poking at characters in Starfinder, it is going to eventually break.
Yeah, so like, as somebody who wants to tell an interesting story, you kind of just have to be like, okay, well, I imagine it's a little bit like I feel like I could write a Superman story after this. You know what I mean? Because how do you make Superman interesting? He's infinitely fast. He's infinitely strong. He's invulnerable. You have to introduce some sort of exterior or external challenge. You have to strike him at his desires.
You kill Gur using him.
Yeah.
Should we maybe save this for the last episode?
Yeah, probably.
So. I'm just kind of trying to kill time so that Leaf can
get home without dying.
Yeah.
Oh, you're good. Go ahead. Get
started. All right. Well, yeah. I do have. We're officially outside of the book. I did create a little bit of custom content. I mean, we're still a little bit inside the book. I'm basically reading the last part of the book here, but then we're kind of going into something I made just for y'all. I think it might be a fun way to wrap things up. Well, maybe not fun.
Aww.
The fun thing comes next week. This week, maybe not so fun.
Oh dear.
That's a good way to open the episode.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
I am as well.
I just realized I was like, wait, I was too nice. I need to be strict with the animal. No, be afraid. Still be afraid.
I want them to love me. I want them to be afraid of how much they love me.
What is that from?
All right, God.
It's from The Office.
Okay, right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. One of the earlier seasons.
I knew I heard that somewhere. Yeah. All right. Well, that said, with the preamble completed, I think we've achieved appropriate preamble, adequate preamble.
We're about at capacity.
So yeah, do you want me to just get the ball rolling on this one?
Yeah, let's do it.
A man of average height and apparent half-elven heritage leans against the command console, taking in the data from the embedded terminal. His glance raises again, allowing himself another glance of the battlefield before him. On the main view screen is a sight he never thought he would see. Ships outside of the archipelago, brass and black, broadside with assembled capital ships from different places in the Pact Worlds, laying into each other with siege weaponry. The flashes of explosions are almost lost in the sea of flames, only indicated by the EM signature given off by the shields of the vessels as they work on overdrive to protect the people within from the heat of the sun on top of the ordnance. As he watches, one of the bronze and black ships seems to go dark, its inertial dampeners failing and giving itself up to the wiles of solar currents, slowly twisting and being consumed by the flames. Shortly after, a high-powered plasma beam saws through a Veskarium frigate, immediately casting what remains of the hull to the fire, where it promptly vanishes. The man reaches up and removes his steward's officer cap, wiping his brow, before he can replace it, his exo comes striding up with a tablet. "Sir!" The half-elven man quickly adjusts his cap and turns to his exo. "I hope you have good news for me. We could really use it." The exo's expression is similar to that of the captain's. This last day and a half has seen intense fighting with the invading Ifriti force, and they've been seeing a disturbing trend of an unending stream of reinforcements. The ships they were able to outfit with these new shields were limited, but their enemy seems to replace every ship that they lose with 2 more regularly. "It's hard to know for certain," the exo replies. "Comms from intelligence show that the rate of enemy reinforcements have lapsed. It's been a steady interval, but the pattern just broke." The captain's brow twists in a knot as he looks at his officer. "Are we looking at the end of this nightmare?" he posits. The exo shakes their head. "No way to know for sure, sir, but they're hoping it means just that." The captain leans forward again, his lip curling into a tight frown as his eyes fix on the Ifriti flagship. "Patch me through to command. Let's give our unwanted guests a push and see if they run this time." Back on the Citadel, the Sundivers, having just released the tether that keeps the far portal in place, witness the portal spiraling off back into the veil of flame surrounding them, ostensibly back to its normal resting position on the surface of the corona of the sun. Taking the elevator back up to the main floor, they see some technicians and other guards looking around, confused, but nobody seems to be wanting to put up a fight. They just cast surprised glances at the Sundivers before running to operations to find out what's going on. It would appear that your path back to your ship is free and clear.
Is everybody okay?
I think so. I'm looking at my hit points, and they're high.
All right. Well,
let's head back and check on our former prisoners.
Yes.
Oh yeah, those guys.
Ninden reaches down and grabs. Oh no, I already took the sword. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean, you rode the elevator.
I forgot the order
up.
in which we did things. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, you just yeah, you had you spoke with the hags and
Yes. And they disappeared.
They started sawing at Kaim's arm.
Yep, there we go.
Yeah.
All right, I'm back.
You got.
We left him to be eaten by witches.
There's still probably bits of him in the elevator as you come up.
Yeah. At that point, Ninden probably just kicks him out of the elevator unless somebody tells him not to.
I don't think anybody's going to tell him not to. I don't know.
Yeah, no, let the witches have him.
Oh, the witches are gone.
We should probably hurry back to the ship since we haven't exactly solved this problem yet. There's still the pre-existing fleet.
I suppose you're right. Let's go.
Yeah, so we rush.
It's going to take us about 10 minutes to get up there.
No, you're already at the main level. You already took the elevator up.
Okay.
Yeah, I just assumed. I mean, unless you want to hang out in the witch room for a while.
Nah. I'm not feeling it.
It smells like dead enemy commander in here.
I just want to make sure everybody gets heard though. Show of hands. Let's hear an aye from everybody who wants to stay in the witch room.
Aye.
Damn
Shut up.
Just being belligerent.
Gur gets outvoted by the crew and is dragged into the elevator. But yeah, if you're just returning to the hangar, as empty as you left it, the hangar awaits on the other side of the blast doors. The Sun Diver sits adjacent to a Sol Ifriti shuttle. The boarding ramp is down, and you see one figure crouched, standing at the top. You recognize Rickard Gerstend, the fellow that you saved from literally the middle of the sun. He's standing there with a laser pistol and watching the doorway.
Technically, that large fire elemental saved him from the sun. We just picked up his garbage.
Yeah. It's like, hey guys, I found some space trash. You guys want to? Can you take this off my hands?
Hey, do you want this?
Sir, that is a whole human being.
And yeah, it is a human. How weird, right? Humans? Ugh.
Didn't we send his person back?
His person.
Yeah, his wife, I think.
He did send his wife back.
But as you,
how's it hanging?
He gestures at you in what appears to be some kind of military shorthand, but none of you recognize it. You think he might just be making it up. He goes, "The path is all clear. I took up recon position about 10 minutes ago and haven't sighted anything." And he's all but cut out as Hazel, assault weapon in tow, steps in front of him and mom arms him back into the ship. from her body length. What's up?
Gur leans over to Ninden and just whispers, "I know exactly what he's talking. This is like season 6, episode 7 of that one." Yeah. Just lists off these TV shows, HoloVid shows.
From her body language alone, next to his, it seems likely that when they were a couple that worked as private investigators, and it's likely that whenever their investigations turned to combat, she was the one that handled it. And she goes, "Thanks for the rescue. Are we taking off?"
That's the plan.
Right. Yeah, you don't seem to have it. Nobody's following you. You took out most of the combatants on the station, so everybody who's left is probably just a technician, and they're not going to fight the Sun Divers. So you're unimpeded.
So we're technically in the plane of fire right now. Yes.
No, we're on the other side of it.
Yeah, because the portal is gone now. So,
and the portal. So we're actually getting further and further away from the plane of fire as we speak.
By not moving, you are relocating farther away. Yeah.
Okay. In the sun. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you're just in the sun, which is like another plane of fire. It is a plane full of fire.
Well, it was important for reasons that will be apparent very shortly, as Gur taps on Inden's shoulder and reminds him of that one dead Fey creature suit of armor thing that we have that we must deposit in the sun before we leave.
The husk.
Oh no! Don't worry. I hadn't forgotten about it.
Gur opens one of the torpedo launch tubes and gestures for you to put it in.
Hold on.
Oh, I was.
Just bung it in there.
Did you guys put a torpedo launch tube on this thing? I don't remember
I don't
that.
think so. I think we're all lasers all the time.
Yeah, I think you have twin-linked turret lasers. Yeah,
I was pretty sure that I would just put it in the. I'm just gonna put it in the airlock. Somehow it feels more respectful than firing it out of a cannon. Maybe.
Well, speak for yourself. And Gur looks just a little bit dejected.
Yeah, Gur's like, "Hey, by the way, if I die, totally just shoot me out of it. That's so metal."
Yeah, no,
out of a torpedo.
Tell you what, buddy,
something about that.
If you ever bite the bullet again, I'll fire your body out of a torpedo after Tendon fails to bring you back again. I guess. Did I ever tell you about
they're
that?
having
And
this argument,
yeah.
walks by, rolls her eyes. Like, there's no fundamental difference on the spacecraft whether you get put in the airlock or the torpedo tubes. The doors just open either way. It's not an actual torpedo. Just goes to center course for the archipelago. Done with these two.
Oh, Kaylin. That's our Kaylin.
Dun-dun-dun. Wait, no, that's the wrong thing. But yeah, let me see here. I rearranged things, which is a really stupid move. Like, I've been doing things a certain way, like for like the whole
34 episodes.
Yeah, and like today I'm like, I'm gonna try things different. Oh, dumb move, Seth. Why would you do that? That's a dumb move. But yeah, as you get in and man your positions, you see Major Joss Estino is like just finished suiting up, and he's got his equipment that he's checking through, but looks like he's not needed because you guys can just fire up the engines and get out of here. What do you say?
Let's drive.
Punch it, Kaylin.
The path out from the landing pad is clear. Your solar shield thrumming to life before you plunge back into the solar fire. You do notice something strange, Mouse and Gur, the engineers of the ship. As it enters the sun, the readout indicates that you're clear to enter the drift. Even though prior to this, the drift engine had to remain unengaged while the protective shielding was on.
Ah, sweet. Thanks, Hags.
So you might recall that they said they were going to give you a little bit of help.
Oh, that's right.
Wait, who? What? What'd they do?
It's hard to
Those
explain.
hags. Kurt's just grumbling about mechanic stuff.
Yeah, how does Gur feel about like magic interacting with the engineering of the ship? Like, I don't know how he would really feel about that.
You know, he's used to it because there's plenty of magical engineering going on. He just doesn't think there's any place for it on a good half-orc ship.
Oh, sure. Do half-orcs have ships?
God, I hope so.
No.
Boo!
Half-orcs own nothing.
They tell stories of the times in ancient past when they used to have ships before they were, imprisoned by the Drow, which is, of course, all story because they've always.
Yeah,
I was going to say. So sailing ships.
Yes, they're telling stories about like the Skull and Shackles and Pinterpeth.
Gur had a ship before this. It was a cardboard box that had like wings drawn on the side.
Hey, now watch yourself.
Getting mean.
That's a good half-orc ship.
But yeah, do you want to just go ahead and kick it into the drift?
Yes.
Drifted.
All right.
Tokyo Drift starts playing in the background.
No.
Different drift.
The usual ambient noise of the Sundiver is joined by the pulsing wind-up of the drift engine. Kaylin, you're able to punch in the telemetry of the archipelago, and with the press of a button, you're on your way. So, upon entering the drift, the readout indicates it'll be approximately 7 hours until you arrive, whereas the trip at normal speed would have taken you roughly 3.5 days. So, saving a little bit of time.
Let's take an extra hour of it and make it a long rest.
I think
I would need it at this point.
Is it like a long rest is 6 hours in Starfinder, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I thought it was 8. Okay, cool.
So, plenty of time to get in a sleep. But what does everybody do while?
Mouse sleeps.
Yeah, Ninden's gotten the holy loving heck beaten out of him the past couple fights. Mm-hmm. So Ninden will also sleep. Tendon's probably sleeping somewhere, but I almost said his name.
Right.
Yeah, getting a rest in sounds like a good plan.
Okay.
Rawl doesn't have spells.
Yeah, Gur takes care of some minor wounds in the med bay before going off to bed himself.
Right.
Harald will probably try like various comm channels. Obviously, in the drift, you can't communicate outside of the. Wait, can you even communicate within other ships in the drift while you're in the drift?
The only reason I know that you can is because it happens in Starfinder Society scenarios. Like I remember, I was playing in an SFS scenario, and while we were in the drift, the what are they called? The Manticore.
That's true.
Runs into you in the drift and hails you.
Oh yeah, I remember.
I will say that
possible.
SFS scenarios are not the like paragons of rules correctness, because they hand out they hand out fusion seals to be used in that scenario, but fusion seals have to take like a 24-hour period to adjust to your weapon, et cetera, but
right.
I think inter-drift communication is fine.
Yeah, I believe it is a thing.
Regardless, Harald will probably like monitor the channels while his crew sleeps, try to get news of what's happening. Feels very anxious about it.
Yeah, just Harald sitting up in the bridge, just like punching through channels, and you're not finding anything. I mean, like, you do find strange things, but none of it's related to the archipelago. It's just other ships passing through the drift. The drift, which is infinitely wide and also infinitely dense, where somebody might be on the other side of the galaxy. Well, not the galaxy, but the system, and you'll pass right by them. But I don't know. The drift is a weird place.
Yeah.
Also, you feel Gur in your mind after about an hour of this, reminding you, Captain, you will get exhausted if you don't sleep.
Oh, I suppose. So Harald will melt through the vents in his chair to fill out the hollow of the chair that is his bed.
And you just feel a sense of just unease and disgust in your mind as Gur attempts to block himself off from you.
Right.
Even his mind feels goopy.
Time passes.
Jeez, yeah, time passes, and nobody has any cool role play things they want to do, talking to each other about this adventure they've just been on, or nothing.
It seemed like we were in a hurry to resolve what was happening.
Well, you got 7 hours to get there. I'm joking.
Oh,
We need sleep. We got
well,
running around the crucible.
This is great. This is the content people show up for. It's like, what are the sun divers doing today?
sleep and
eating shawarma. That's that's what we're doing.
Ninden will, since you prompted him, Ninden will act out, putting out the phase body into the airlock, using mysticism to try and determine what would be most respectful, etc., etc.
Oh yeah. Would it be dumping it into the? Sorry, not dumping. Would it be interring?
Depositing.
Interring into the sun. If you're in the drift.
Well, I imagine we did it right before we jumped into the drift.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. We're all gathered around and just. I feel like we should say something nice.
Well, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Weird fire fairy, we barely knew ye.
In fact,
we didn't know you, but I hope this helps your spirit rest, being enveloped in fire.
Yes, and Gur walks up and places his hand upon the armor, and says a small blessing of Waydon to kind of ensure the spirit finds the right path on to the next life.
Also, your armor is pretty sick. Nice
yeah, he also I was contemplating he maybe like pulls an armor upgrade out of it, but no, he wouldn't do that. He's more respectful in the Anasanoi form.
New body, new mindfulness.
Listen, being dead for only a week for 10 decades is kind of insane. So
right, yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. Honestly, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then coming back and not remembering a bit of it, like, how would you react?
Right. Yeah, I don't know how I would react. And this is part of the thing. It's part of the mystery. It's part of the the draw of cosmic horror is trying to put your brain in that space and failing to come up with an answer.
Yes. Gur considers the ramifications of his existence and chooses not to say anything at all.
What could
Mouse looks out the window to see if like anything cool happens to the armor.
Oh,
does it melt like the ring?
No, it actually doesn't. The armor just kind of you're able to watch as it just gets engulfed by flame, and you suspect that instead of being destroyed, what happens is it just gets covered up by layers of fire to the point where it's just obstructed and you can't see it anymore. This is weird Fey stuff. Which, I mean, gnomes, Fey stuff. Mouse is
Fey is weird.
Yeah, it's weird stuff.
Maybe
if Mouse jumped out there, she wouldn't burn up. She would totally burn up. Don't do it.
Fey is beautiful. Fey is valid. Fey is
weird.
Phase is weird.
Phase is weird. But yeah, if all business is taken care of and everyone's finished with their nap, I guess we can just go ahead and show up at the archipelago if you really want. Just go.
We do want. There's people threatening our home. We do want.
All right, fine, I guess. Jeez. So towards the end of the journey, everybody gathers back at the bridge, and as you exit the drift, upon doing so, you're snapped into place in a view not unlike that of a scenic vista overlooking the archipelago. You see your home, or home away from home. You notice the bubbles around a couple of the islands of the city they look a little off in intensity, perhaps close to faltering. There's a little bit of structural damage, but for the most part, the city stands. Unlike anything you've seen before, a myriad of different ships buzz around the archipelago, engaged in skirmishes, from dogfights to artillery strikes, to full-on broad-sided capital ships tangled in intense battles just outside of the city. Mouse, the EM readings are absolutely crazy to look at.
The EM ratings are absolutely crazy to look at.
Okay, Uhura.
Jeez.
Yeah. Or is that it's like a Sigourney Weaver's character from Galaxy Quest?
Yes.
Anybody?
Why would you even bring that up? Oh my lord.
Alan Rickman.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to bring everybody down by remembering Alan Rickman. But you feel now as though you know what it's like to be in the middle of a war zone, Mouse, assuming that you have not actually been in the middle of a war zone before.
I mean, no. I was just a college student, and then a university student, and then a corporate drone.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't seen no battles, no. I mean, like, other than all the people I've stabbed in the face or whatever. But you know what I mean.
Yeah, Mouse has had a number of viscerally horrifying critical murders throughout this journey.
Yeah.
But observing the battle, you can see what appears to be a group of Pact World ships rallying and pressing an attack against the same flagship you saw outside of Kalanal. As you continue to watch, you see different Ifriti vessels opposite the assault, starting to enter the drift. It looks as though they're retreating. So maybe the Ifriti are now the retreaty.
How long have you been waiting to tell that one, Seth?
Soon they'll be defeaty.
How long have you been waiting
their
to
way
say
a bit?
Well, the sort of ships we're looking at are like frigates. We're looking at war vessels.
Yeah.
The Sundiver is maybe not the most equipped to assist in this kind of fight.
That would be like throwing a popcorn kernel. We are popcorn kernel shaped. That would be like throwing a popcorn kernel at a car.
Not even at a fucking tank. Sorry, in a pronking tank.
Pronking tank.
With
popcorn kernel with lasers.
Yeah, but listen. Listen. We're talking damage times 10. No.
Mm-hmm. But hey, Herald, the good news for you is that you can get all kinds of feeds about stuff that's going on. If you want to try and tune in on anything and glean any information.
Yeah, Herald will tune into any public channels, and if that doesn't have anything juicy like he wants, he can maybe call into the NCI.
Archipelago NPR.
Yeah, the 24-hour news cycle is in full effect. People talking about this war, the end of the archipelago, and some channels, the others are talking about how hopeful the situation looks. From what you can determine, it seems like there's actually been fighting inside the archipelago itself. Like they had ground troops land, kind of like how they invaded Colonal, and there's been fighting in the streets. But that fighting has been broken up recently, and it seems like they're retreating. The Ifrit are retreating specifically. So it looks like the battle has been turned around, and you're coming in somewhere near the end of it.
Oh, thank goodness. I can't believe the archipelago did as well as it did. The warning that the protector sent.
Oh yeah, good save.
Thank you. Must have helped.
Yeah, I don't know how those ships are surviving in this. Those do not look like Sundiver ships.
We're not in the sun right now, are we?
No, you are. You're outside of the archipelago, which is inside the sun. So, if you recall, when you returned from Ezorod, you returned with the solar inverter, which is a ancient piece of technology that was able to harness the power of the sun in such a way that it enhanced the Sundiver, so enabling it to go even deeper than it was able to before. But through observing this power source, as Nib explained, as you were going back down to Colonal itself, they were working with the stewards and with the local shipwrights to outfit their own fighting vessels with the technology that they were able to pull from the solar inverter. So by finding that technology, you enabled Pact Worlds to have ships that were combat ready in this environment, whereas otherwise they wouldn't have been able to.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah, having no ships in a naval combat, it's generally not a good strategy.
Yeah.
Kind of a problem.
Yeah, a little bit of a problem.
So assuming that we have such a frequency, I guess it would be nice to tune into the frequencies of the combatants here, the stewards, and ask if there's any way we can help with our tiny popcorn kernel with lasers.
I'm not really sure. So, you're just trying to hail different vessels.
Yeah, well, we were kind of hot shots, right? I guess I would have assumed that the stewards were in contact with us at some point in the past, and probably gave us some frequency to use at that time.
No, not really, because they didn't expect to enter combat with the Sundiver. I don't. At least using my logic brain, I don't see a reason that they would have given you some sort of IFF or frequency to communicate with the stewards, like battle communications. You know what I mean?
I shudder. I hate that I have to be the one to suggest this, but should we call Nib? Yeah.
Sure. Maybe she has some contact info.
Yeah, you can try to call Nib.
Yeah, we'll ring her up on the old telephone now. Comm unit, that's what it is. I remember how to play Starfinder.
I mean, really, anything that enables you to contact somebody is a communication unit, a comm unit of some sort. You can just use telephone, a shorthand. I get it. You pull up the rotary phone, and now I'm like imagining Herald's pseudopod or whatever. Whatever kind of manipulator he would manifest in order to interact with a rotary phone. For some reason, it just seems
10 tiny fingers, one for each number.
Yeah.
Oh boy. I was gonna say just
picks
one
up a
finger,
goddamn
but it's
pencil.
really long.
What was that, Mouse?
He just picks up a goddamn pencil. Like he completely bucks expectation and is like, oh yes, a pencil.
That's right. That was
Like a normal
thing, right?
person.
Yeah. Oh man, I've done that. Like I remember like interacting with a rotary phone. I have actually done this in real life, and I was like, what the heck? You could totally just use a pencil. That is a thing that people did. Huh. Anyway, yeah. You try to call Nib, and she answers. She's like, "You guys, you're back? You're back!"
Yeah, we don't know how to die, apparently.
That's a good thing. Wow, you're back from Kal-El? I'm
Looking at you, Gur.
Oh yeah, by the way, Gur is back.
What?
We can cover that later. Is there any? Do you have a way for us to contact the stewards? Is there any way we can help with this fight?
Well, I guess from what I've been hearing, I don't think they need help with the fight.
No.
It looks like they're on the retreat. I mean, that's what's happening down here on the streets too. It's crazy. A week ago I thought we were all going to die, but everything's just gone so well.
Yeah, just had to turn off the portal. Easy peasy.
You what?
Oh, the reinforcements were coming through the far portal, which was brought over into the core of the sun. So then we just scooched that over a little.
Technically not the core of the sun, Captain. That's never.
Her eyes are obviously white at this. Like, wait, did the Afridi took the far portal? Is that what happened?
Yep, with witches.
Hags, actually.
She just kind of like shakes her head. And she's like, "All right, look. Obviously, you're gonna have a very interesting report. Did you want me to find a place for you to land, or?
Oh yeah, that would be peachy.
All right. She's gonna go ahead and reach out to the Dawn Shore Authority and secure the landing space for the Sundiver, the special hangar that you guys have, if you'd like to touch down.
Yeah. Let's touch down.
Touching down.
Touch up.
Touch around.
Touch sideways.
In?
Touch horizontal? No. As you touch down, you fly in low over the city, and you can see it's a little reminiscent of Kal-El, except this is architecture that you recognize. You see the evidence that there has been fighting on the streets, but it looks like it's calmed down now. One thing that's different is that this time you don't have a sea of people waiting for you to land. It looks like everybody's rightfully taken shelter and waiting for this whole thing to blow over, if they haven't just left the archipelago altogether. But yeah, when you land, you have a small complement of people, like the small amount of people, the least amount of people necessary to enable a ship to land and undergo post-dock procedure. And waiting for you there is Nib and Teres, and a couple other familiar faces as they start to work on the Sundiver after you land.
Well, that was a fun trip.
Wow, well, you're all okay. You're fine. And like, she notices Ninden has like a, do you have like an eye patch or like a cybernetic eye? Like, what's Ninden's situation with the eye?
Cybernetic eye.
Gotcha. It's like, what happened to your eye? And who's this? And she just looks over at Gur's new body and also the other strangers who were coming off of the ship with you.
Oh, that's our half-orc Hottie who's got a new body.
Yeah, Gur. Oh my god, I hate you. Gur just projects a sense of his old self into her mind from at least 60 feet away. Or from at most 60 feet away.
At most 60 feet. Yeah, you have to be at least 60 feet away for telepathy, otherwise it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird because you see her like Nib is looking at you, Gur, with a look of just absolute alienation. Like she is fascinated. Like you've seen her look at things like artifacts that you've brought back the same way that she's looking at you. But as soon as you send that information via brain wire, like her eyes soften and she goes, "It's really you, isn't it?"
And he just kind of puts his hand on her shoulder, kind of as like a gesture of friendship, but also to use that one spell that I totally can't remember what it's called. It's the one that lets you communicate
like
a bunch of information. Within 6 seconds.
Mind link.
Mind link. Thank you. Gosh.
Yeah. Putting your hand on her shoulder, like you're like what, like 8 feet tall now?
Yes.
And you're doing this to a little Yosoki. So, hold on one second. Oh no, my connection has been interrupted.
Oh no.
Oh no.
To roll 20 at least.
Not my connection.
It's okay. I don't think we've rolled any dice today.
No, not yet. Not yet. So yeah, I guess like what are you communicating via mind link? Just everything you've been through.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, because I got 10 whole minutes, right? So
yeah,
I was just gonna be like, give her a sense of Gur, some of his old memories, but like no, Gur gives her the whole rundown on what happened.
Sure.
So she doesn't have to like.
Yeah. She. It's a lot to take in. I don't know how often she's been mind linked before, but
a couple times.
Has Caitlin done it before?
Yeah, we've done it once or twice.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so I guess this is not too unfamiliar, but she kind of takes a moment to break down this information as it just kind of cascades through her brain, and she's like, "That's incredible! You came back from life to life in a different body, and then the Crucible. They had a fortress in the sun, and there's the Tether, and wow, they really had this.
Yeah,
whole
I
thing
know.
planned
We're
out.
a really big deal.
You're not joking. If it wasn't for the things you've done, there's no way that the Pact Worlds would have stood a chance. We would have lost the archipelago.
Well, I'm still not really sure what. I'm still vaguely paranoid that Malika is gonna pop out of somewhere. Malika?
No, you got it right the first time.
I got it.
Malika.
I've grown so much as a character.
Yeah, this is her old character arc, the ability to say Malika without a weird pause in the middle of it. But she shakes her head and she goes, "Oh, we have some news of our own, actually." And she looks over at Tyrese and she nods and says, "Well, you know how we told you that we noticed that somebody had been interfering and listening in, or I guess sniffing our information at the DCI?"
Yes.
Well, I guess Stinger 7 was also trying to monitor the same information, and with their help, we were able to actually finally backtrace where this hack was coming from. It was coming from a place called Pinnacle Securities.
Really?
Galen looks at Herald.
Ninden looks at Kalen.
Come on, we gotta keep this chain going.
Herald
looks at Herald. Ninden looks at Kalen.
Gur looks at Nib.
Nib looks at Teres.
Mouse purposely does not look at Nib.
Teres looks at Mouse.
Herald's head juts out and he looks at himself.
Kime looks at Eternity.
Weird.
Oh no!
and also the inside of a hag's belly.
Yeah, right.
Same difference.
Teres nods, seeing that there's some concern between Herald and Kaylin at this information. She goes, but the weird thing is as soon as we found the source of the hack, it sent a transmission back to us. It looks like a security code for an elevator.
And no words?
No.
Seems like a trap. Are we going?
Nib pipes up. She goes, well, Stinger 7, they were actually monitoring all the information coming out of Pinnacle Securities, and it looks like they, months back, possibly even years back, they've been communicating with the Malika group. They think that they might have something to do with this entire thing, and I know that they've sent mercenaries to the Pinnacle Securities building to try and get answers.
You think that the Malika group took control of Pinnacle?
They don't know. We just know there's been the communication between the two.
Herald looks at Kaylin. I assumed we could just close our connection here, but I think we owe this to them. If they've been infiltrated, maybe we can change things.
They've been in on it the whole time.
Well, if you all are going over there, I'll certainly go along with you.
Nib obviously is a little bit confused. Is like, you have a connection to Pinnacle Securities?
Kaylin and I used to work there. There was a bit of an incident when the leader, the CEO, gosh, I forget his name. It's been a long time since I wrote that backstory document.
You didn't think I'd find a way to tie it in.
I didn't. Hold on, let me scroll real quick. Nick, do you remember names?
Oh, I have a document. Let me pull it.
Nib finishes space Googling and goes, Cassie Destra?
That rings a bell.
I mean, that better be what the name is. That's what you confirmed with me.
Yeah, that was one of the characters. That was the bad dude.
The bad dude. You were playing your hand.
Yes. I worked with Pinnacle for a while under the boss, Pidek Lannert, and recently, there was a bit of I made a mistake, and he was displaced for his faith in me by this, by Destra? What was his name? Gosh. Oh, Kessie Destra, yeah. God, I'm great at coming up with names.
They're so easy to remember.
Yeah.
They're Star Wars names, to be certain.
From now on, they're all John Smith.
Yeah,
Space Steves.
Everyone's John Smith.
Oh boy.
The Doctor?
Okay, not what I thought of.
So do you think that they had something to do with this or not?
Well, I guess I'd always assumed that Distro was just, an ambitious businessman who saw an opportunity and took it. And I had a hard time, blaming him for it. But if he was being supported by, the Malika group, Malika group.
Goodness, Captain.
Yeah, it's been all turned around. Then maybe we have, maybe we can take him down.
Oh, I know that Stinger 7 would be more than happy to accommodate you. In fact, she thumbs over her shoulder, and just like last time, they've actually provided an armored vehicle. You see a couple of the Shirin operatives, and they nod your direction.
Yeah.
They knew you were coming, and they just wanted to help out.
Yeah, we can do this, Caitlin. Caitlin, can we do this?
We can do this, Captain.
Let's do this! And he slams one meaty fist against a meaty slab of flesh.
Oh.
So Ninden? Or...
Oh, like his other hand. His
okay.
A fist-shaped slab of flesh against a slab-faced slab of flesh.
So he's
but it's
doing
all
like the thing where he pounds into his own hand.
Yeah, that's the gesture that I was trying to describe in a goopy way.
Okay, got it. No, I get it. I was just like, you say like a slab of flesh, and I'm
in hindsight, I understand the ambiguity.
Well, I mean, the ambiguity was like that. That was the whole thing. But I was just like, that sounds like Ninden to me. Like, if I were to describe any party member of this group as a slab of flesh, it would probably be Ninden.
He's
That's
a
fair.
big dumb slab of flesh. Not that dumb.
Thrall's more of a dollop of flesh.
Do a dollop of flesh.
No, stop.
Gross, no.
Please.
like the black milk
I got 4 out of
advertisement-
5 of you, or 3 out of 5 of you.
Yeah, the black milk advertisements, that's bad enough. We don't need to start doing dollop of flesh. Like,
No, I think this is going to be our black milk, guys.
That's our
flesh.
black milk, guys.
And we just have like a billboard that says, "Try Herald's dollop of flesh."
Taste the celluloid. Or cellulite.
Oh no.
Wonderful. I'm very glad that we've this is what 35 episodes.
This is the
Here we
culmination.
are.
I'll be
Listen.
right back. I need to write Patrick a message about a new
We've
idea.
reached our
Sure.
pinnacle.
It's just like
Well, not
first
Oh,
RPG
mouse.
character versus last RPG character. I'm playing a brooding ranger. He's an image of myself versus yes, this is my character. He's a loaf of bread and he's uses mage hand to carry himself.
right. No, I've seen that one.
There's also
your
like
first character is like somewhere between Aragorn and Drizzt. Like, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. God.
Your
Me
latest
too.
character is, like basically.
Let's over.
I haven't listened to Hello from the Magic Tavern in forever. The wizard from Hello from the Magic Tavern. Usador.
okay.
Your most recent character is Estella Faro who rides around on a Morlama pet carrier.
Okay, well, yeah, I mean that is one of my characters, except he rides around on his drone.
Yeah.
Your
Um,
first character
But yeah.
is like that wizard, and your last character is like that flower.
Yes.
There you are.
Yes.
um,
Forgetting that.
All right, yes. So Herald will march over to that Stinger 7 representative and say, "All right, new mission. First we saved the archipelago. Now we save Pinnacle. It's a little bit smaller, but I'm way into it."
And also, if they were working with the Malika group, we kind of want to erase all traces of the Malika group from the Pact Worlds.
Yeah.
The operative, when you tell him that, he goes, "Well, yeah, the captain said that you might want to come over, but from what I hear, it sounds like it's building's almost empty. Maybe completely empty.
Well, let's hurry there as soon as we can before they can clear out everything. And they gave us an elevator code and everything.
He gives a Sheeran thumbs up.
What does that look like, Seth? Describe it to me.
It's different somehow. It's like they turn the hand, and like they put up their pinky, or what, like the equivalent of the pinky. It's like a
like they're drinking tea.
Yeah, a little bit. Except there's no tea to be had. It's just a pinky up.
I have tea.
All right, pinkies up, everyone. Let's roll out.
All right. You know that Pinnacle Security's corporate headquarters is situated in the Fireside Bubble, which, if we are all looking at the map, I will indicate with a ping. It is this bubble that is to the southeast of Dawnshore. I can't imagine that these stay oriented in any particular direction, but Starfinder, the rules indicate that they have figured out a way to calculate a true north in almost every ship and building and facility. So,
yeah. Oh, it's usually not true north.
Well, yeah, I know, but I mean, it's like they have like a north. Everyone just kind of universally decided to go northeast, southwest. Like everyone does it, just so that the GM has an easier time describing directions.
It's like that discussion on alien genders that we had.
Oh yeah. Well, our species has 17 cardinal directions.
Yeah, exactly. and they're all slightly different.
All right, try hard.
You know that in Fireside, the dome itself is home to the company behind its namesake, as well as the foundries that can be found there. Many large corporations rent out space in this dome, however, as they benefit from being close to the local Abadar Core hypermarket, located kind of in the northern section of the bubble. Let me just flip over my status, because people be messaging me on Discord and it's booping all over the place. All right.
Oh, that was us.
Boop, 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 boop.
Bip boop.
No, you guys weren't booping me directly. I was getting some direct boops. You know what I mean?
Well,
direct boobs.
Yeah, someone was booping my snoot.
There's an indirect boop also when you get a chance. It's not important though.
Oh, okay.
Leaf just wants to know more about guns.
I'm insatiable. What can I say?
Yeah, how weird. Gur wants to know about the guns. Yeah, I will.
We're not. Why, Gur? We're not going to get in a fight.
Yeah, like the operative said, the building was empty.
Yeah, there's absolutely no reason that we would be, getting into an armored vehicle.
Yeah. More off to the side, near the edge of the bubble, is the spire-like edifice of the Pinnacle Securities corporate headquarters. Built like a tall ramp, the flat side facing out towards the edge of the bubble, the bubble city's disk. This simply designed building has a very clean-cut edge to it that is clearly designed to impress anybody who might be considering a deal with the company. Herald and Kalen have seen the inside of this facility many times, and they know that Pinnacle likes to keep up appearances, sparing no expense on the angular and purposeful decor within. There are strict dress codes in effect. Even the equipment made available by the firm, as well as the armor and weapons that their guards and mercenaries use, are all designed to provide form and function. When you arrive at the front door via this armored vehicle, you are greeted by the field captain, a male Sheeran named Bickercrick, or Bick for short. He explains that they've cleared out the main lobby and are securing the first floor, and he's been briefed on the situation and understands that they're to provide escort to get you to the elevator to use the code you were provided.
And you haven't found anyone in there? Not even Cheryl at the front desk?
He shakes his head. We were expecting more resistance from a security firm, but It seems that they've been moving their assets since before you warned the Pact Worlds of the imminent attack from the Efreet, including living resources. It's as though they anticipated it the whole time.
I wanted to ask if her sister had that baby yet. What did they do with Cheryl?
We haven't gone as far as finding out where everybody was moved to, but I'm sure you could.
This is... I mean, most people at Pinnacle were fine. It was just... Okay, well, maybe they all just went on holiday for a few weeks.
No, it's not that they've been fired or anything. They've just been relocated elsewhere. It just makes it seem like they understood that an attack was coming.
Well, Captain, these are some swanky digs that you and Kaylin worked in.
Oh, thank you. They actually asked me about the color scheme. That's why pink features prominently.
Yeah, it is pretty jarring at first, but I think I'm getting used to it.
I just figured it was an intimidation tactic, huh? Good to know.
Power pink.
Power pink.
I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, it's like there's this whole thing where like, oh, men are reclaiming pink. It's power pink. It's like
not even. No, I just imagine the walls look like Herald flesh tone.
Oh,
yeah.
It turns out. Herald. It turns out Herald is the building.
Yeah. Captain, go stand by that wall over there. Real quick, I promise.
Herald goes to stand by the wall.
Ninden points at Herald's head, which is now, probably blended in with the wall behind it. Gert, look! The captain's head is gone.
Kaylin turns back to the field sergeant. So where's this elevator?
It appears to be the main elevator that the code is intended for. You know that there's like a cluster of elevators in the center, but there's one main elevator that visits every floor, and specifically the uppermost floor. Are you ready to go inside?
I'm ready.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really getting anything standing out here in the lobby.
Well, you're not in the lobby. You're outside of the front door so far.
I suppose. I'm just worried about the employees. What were they? I mean, we knew that Pinnacle had like a few alternate offices in case. No one. We were never really worried about an attack on the offices themselves.
Gert puts a hand on the captain's shoulder, just kind of trying to convey a sense of calm. Don't worry, Captain. I'm sure we'll be able to figure out where everybody went once we get inside.
Okay.
All right.
He'll reach out a goopy hand towards Kaylin. For comfort.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
And was there more to this sentence?
What's happening with this goopy hand? Like, I need more info. So as you walk in, everybody who has not been here before, you notice that the interior of Pinnacle Securities is decorated in rich colors, apparently also pink, which was not something that I had written, but that's fine. It now has pink.
Don't tell the audience that. Let them believe you're on mission.
Yes, I'm sorry. I knew that pink was featured prominently in the design.
There we go.
Way, it is it's very Art Deco. There are harsh, brutish shapes with intricate golden embroidery carved into them. The space is huge, a vaulted ceiling stretching far above via a triangular-shaped grade and capping in a cylindrical orifice above. There are rings of light placed in overlapping concentric circles and rods of light hanging between them, creating interesting reflections and shapes with the light as it comes to contact with the statuesque architecture. The lobby is completely empty, save for Stinger 7 mercenaries here. There's a squad stacked up near each possible exit. They're all alert and watchful. They all watch as you come in and then go back to whatever they were doing. You see the elevator cluster stands waiting in the center of the room, apparently ready to take you to your destination.
Mouse helps herself to a piece of candy out of the bowl on Cheryl's desk and proceeds to the elevators.
The candy was there. There is still candy.
Yeah. That was in Seth's notes.
Yeah. Gerald, are you
All right.
going to say anything about Mouse just taking Cheryl's candy like that?
I mean, it's there to be taken. It's why she brought it in.
Skip.
Oh, some jerk took all the Snickers already.
She couldn't be bothered to eat it all. I mean, you don't want it to all go to her thighs, and I'm sure she doesn't either.
The Reese's Cups go first, actually, then the Snickers. Until all you have left is Almond Joy.
That's how I know this is an evil company. The Almond Joys are left, and as Gur is just pocketing fistful.
legally distinct Reese's Cups and legally distinct Snickers.
Yes, of course. Sorry, the Blickers cups.
And the Speeces.
I was gonna say the Spicker.
Spickers and Species cups.
The peanut butter clups.
Oh no! Be careful.
Made with real peanut butter.
Yeah, peanut butter. What's wrong? You don't like peanut butter?
All right.
There's still mints left.
Yes, nondescript mints.
Well, no.
We all avoid them.
What?
Spandy's mints.
What flavor of mint do you think it is?
It's those weird cinnamon mints.
Cinnamons.
Yeah, you got it. I hate those. You know, you grab
Exactly
them,
the reason
like,
we avoid them.
A peppermint, and then you pop it in. You're like, oh no, it's cinnamon.
Yeah, spit it right back out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
I don't think there's anything more uncomfortable than expecting one flavor and getting a totally different flavor.
Everybody just stops and looks at licorice.
I love licorice.
I do too.
I actually like licorice too, but it's jarring. No,
These
black
are the
licorice
robots.
is good, but it's jarring when you're not expecting it.
Yeah. Anyway,
we go towards the elevators.
All right, be ready for anything. We don't know what we'll find up there.
Ninden pulls his hammer off his back.
Nice.
Kalen battle mind links Herald and Ninden.
Probably a smart move.
We know what happened the last time we opened an elevator door.
Gur has elevator-related PTSD.
It's just very weird to be thinking about fighting in this building.
I mean, it is.
Just want to be prepared in case it's a trap, Captain.
The elevator's ornate golden doors part when summoned, allowing you into the space. It barely has enough room to contain the whole group, largely because Ninden is in gigantic power armor. But you do fit. And inside there is a touch screen inside the elevator that has different floors on display, as well as a prompt asking if you have a code, giving space for people to enter secure codes for private meetings, usually, on floors that they could not normally access.
You do it, Kalen. I can't.
Kalen keys in the code.
All right. Immediately as you do so, the elevator kind of gives a quiet hum and enters a priority mode, and it starts to move up the building, and it plays music.
Ha!
Oh.
The music is like there's actually music playing though, Tom.
Yeah, I was making it with my mouth.
Like he always does.
Was that the joke? Like, was it you or was it Leave who made all of the Sirenscape sounds? I forget.
It was me.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Like all
I
the
thought I was
sound.
I'm the one that makes the drums.
Okay. It's a collaborative effort. The reason why people aren't talking all the time is because they're busy making all the sounds that you hear.
It's actually pretty exhausting.
Yeah, we're always
when
on.
When you have to talk when the music is going.
Yeah. That's the hardest part. It's like a super ventriloquist.
To split my voice.
Mm-hmm. But yes, you notice that the elevator is going all the way up to the executive suites on the top floor.
Is there a nice view?
Not yet. At the end of the angled ascent, the doors on the opposite side of the elevator open. The room that greets you is spherical along the top, which seems to match what you saw on the roof as you approached. You know that you must be at the very top of the structure, where there appeared to be a landing bay for what's likely a very luxurious transport, as well as an elongated protrusion that hangs out over the edge of Fireside, hanging out over the sun, essentially. You can only presume that's what lies on the other side of the absolutely massive doors before you, standing about 20 feet wide and 40 feet tall, at least. These golden doors are etched with a complex design that covers every inch of their surface, mirrored precisely and perfectly on both sides. Herald, you have been here before, and you know who's probably waiting on the other side.
But I assume the doors are new.
No, the doors are they've been here.
Okay.
Yeah, they did a renovation shortly before you left.
Well, a thin noodly arm snakes forward and knocks on the door.
There isn't an answer, but the door does start to move when you do that. So, would you like to just open the door? It doesn't look like anybody's.
Herald will just push through, sort of vibrating nervously.
It's okay, Captain.
We're right here.
So as you push on the doors, they open smoothly and without sound, as though assisted by motor movement, which you assume would be needed with doors so large.
Hold up a second. Is that wizard?
Yeah,
that got away?
Wizard.
Wizard?
Oh.
No, wizard.
No, the operative. He was an operative.
Oh, you're right. Is that guy who got away?
As the doors part before you, your eyes are assaulted with the brightness of the sun again. Before you, an absolutely massive chamber. I got to say it again. An absolutely massive chamber awaits. Tall walls capped with a perfect arch that terminates in a transparent material that curves downward and travels all the way down to the floor, opposite the end of the room that you're standing at. The orange glow of the room is interrupted by 6 huge pillars, 3 on each side, casting overlapping shadows that bring your attention forward. A single ultra-wide desk, stone-topped, has a built-in computer terminal and sits alone with a decorative chair behind it. Before the desk, however, stand several figures. Several Pinnacle security guards straighten up as you enter, all assuming their standard at-attention posture. Behind them, to your left, is Amalinea, the chief of security, which you might recall, meeting before going to the casino. Back on the episode Peer Review, I believe is what it was called.
Yep.
Yeah.
To your right, none other than Amaldrol Versian is there, your former coworker who...
That fleam hat.
Revealed himself to be the spy inside of the organization. He has been altered, however. He has noticeable cybernetic enhancements. His lower jaw has been replaced. His eyes possess a strange glint to them. He's either wearing heavily teched out armor or that's just his body now. It's hard to say. A quiet but passionate rage is communicated by his expression, his hand resting at a sword on his hip. Between all of these elements, however, you see a man holding a gun to another man's head, the latter of which is on his knees on the floor. Herald, Halen, you know the man with the gun is the CEO of Pinnacle, Kessie Vistra. a thing. Kaylin.
Wow.
You know
He's
the
definitely
man.
evil.
You know the man on his knees is your father.
Oh no!
Can I just say, wow, you did a real good job of drawing an evil-looking CEO.
I did my best.
And then a neutral-looking Kay's father.
Which I never knew the name of, so I just called him Kay's dad. You know.
Oh yeah, you could have named him whatever you like. I didn't
Mr.
know.
Kaylin's dad is what Ninden will refer to him as.
Well, that's how I refer to my friends' parents usually.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Hi, next mom. You know.
Yeah.
Right.
Upon taking this in, Kessie actually speaks up. You're so much of a failure you couldn't even die properly, he says to Herald. He punctuates the statement by pushing the gun barrel against the side of Kaylin's father's head.
How long have you been at this, Distra? How much help did you need from the Malika group?
Through the ceiling-high window behind him, you see an Afridi vessel breaking in half from hull stress. Continuous fire from several stewards' naval vessels are bringing it down. He looks over his shoulder, and he goes, "Do you know what they promised me? Eternal life. A seat at the side of gods, Herald. Looks like I've lost my gambit, though. My contact isn't answering me anymore." His face, wrinkled, tightens with frustration. "But that doesn't mean you get to take everything from me. I'll make sure you get to watch as at least a few people you care about die today."
This doesn't have to go this way. There are still things that we can give you. And things that you can give us, or not take from us.
He gets a very bitter smirk at the corner of his lips. You know that he's a man full of pride. His ego is larger than his body, and I mean, you don't even need to make a sense motive to know that this is a point of it's the principle of the matter now. I always hated you, Herald. I never knew what Leonard saw in you. I'm glad he's gone. I thought maybe I could get you out of the way too, but you're like a cockroach. A space cockroach. Whatever that is, an equivalent.
I feel like cockroaches still exist.
A spockroach.
No.
He is very durable.
Yeah, I get it. I rub people the wrong way. But I don't think you're being selfish enough right now. Is it really worth killing one unarmed man for your life? Imagine the different number of paths your life could take from this point. And imagine if it just didn't.
Yeah. He kind of rolls his free hand like, "Are you finished, Terrell? Do you think there's anything you could offer me? I've lost everything."
Not
of course
your life yet.
He just stares and he goes, "The amount of bull-fleam I've had to put up with because of you. I thought finally I'd be free of it. And now, even if I don't die today, this is who I go down as in history. The traitor who didn't even successfully get what he wanted. No, I don't want to live anymore, Herald. I just want you to suffer." You can see his hand is shaking a little bit, but you can see his finger slip onto the trigger of the gun. And Kaylin, your dad looks...
Yeah, we're not having that. That gun is going away now. I'm waiting for Harald to try and convince him otherwise, but I really want that gun to go away.
I mean, are you going to do a thing?
That's sensing motive on Harald. Does he think he can talk this guy down?
Harald is open to alternative plans.
We have mind link as well, like the your mystic thing, right?
Do.
So you can talk freely.
That's true. You can't just talk to each other.
Mouse has been built to steal a weapon out of the hands of somebody, and I've never done it.
Yeah, I was just gonna use telekinesis.
While this is going on, though, maybe sensing that Cassie is getting close to pulling the trigger, your father looks up and says, "Kay, look away, sweetie."
And yes, at that point, I will have to. I'll use my telekinesis with the. Do I want to do a combat maneuver or sustained force? Because I can disarm with a combat maneuver, and then he doesn't get a save, but I have to make a combat maneuver check. I get to use my wisdom, which is pretty darn good, but it's still against his KIC +8. Do you think KIC +8 or a with will save?
Will save.
He's the CEO of a company. I don't know if... Well, he's got a pretty good will save, maybe.
I guess when Kaylin communicates to Harald telepathically that she wants to try this, I think Harald will try to throw Distra off his game briefly by telling him some sort of outrageous lie.
Okay.
But I need to think of a good one.
Ooh, offer him something. Tell him that we've got a deal.
We've got General Kime willing to deal.
Tell him that no one has to know what happened. The word isn't out yet. You can make this all go away.
Yeah. I don't have any great attachment to Pinnacle Distra. What if I just let you keep it and protect you from the stewards?
There's nothing you can offer me, Harald.
And at that point, we will do the one with the will save. So sustained force. He needs to make a will save, or that gun is going to get pushed 20 feet away from him.
Can you target a possessed object with this?
I can, but then he gets a will save.
Gotcha. DC 22?
Has Kaylin told us that this is her father?
Not yet.
No, Harald knows.
Would it be communicated via this telepathic connection, possibly?
Sure. Maybe between my telepathic bond connecting all of us and Gur's empathy class features, I'm sure we have a little bit of idea what everybody else in the group is feeling. Just sort of, passive.
Maybe not that. I mean, you see that there's a resemblance, right? He has a similar skin tone. He's got the same ears. She has a fondness for him, but maybe not specifically. Hey, this is my dad.
There's a family resemblance, though.
What
then
happens?
As she's casting that, Ninden wants to start charging forward, but I'll let the save resolve first.
I was gonna say, what happens if the save passes?
If he makes it...
I believe it's negated.
Yeah, it is negated.
Okay. But he probably feels that push, right?
Oh, I'm sure he does.
He you try to will this gun to fly out of Kessie's hand, and you see his arm twitch, and you think for a moment it's going to work. But then, he regains control and looks up at you and says, "Say goodbye to Daddy."
And then we roll initiative, don't we?
Well, first what happens is then we roll initiative.
No!
And with that, we're going to go to break.
Oh, so bad of you!
So yes, we're going to take a brief break while we get the combat set up. And that means we are going to be back at about 47 minutes after the hour. And then we will get into the final fight of the season. So,
all right.
Let's go find the bathroom in real life and don't go anywhere. Hello. Welcome back. I hope everybody enjoyed the facilities while they were away.
Yes, immeasurably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I found some coffee.
in the bathroom?
I prefer not to say.
Okay.
It is a Harry Potter bath.
That's true. So, mid-game ramble thingy. So we were finally able to, now that everybody hates me for what I've done, and I understand that.
Oh, Seth, you tell such lies.
No. I mean, I just killed Caitlin's dad.
Oh, you're talking about this specifically.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, we hate you for that.
Yeah, I thought you would.
Kronk and Fleam head.
Dead to me.
So
just like Kaylin's father.
Wow. Totally super dead. So we were able to reveal all of our character art and stuff for Dawn of Defiance, which first episode is going to be this coming Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, located at Dark Galaxies Gaming, the Twitch channel. I put a link in the chat. And we're able to reveal the poster for it, which I will post a link to as well, because holy cow, it looks incredible. It looks like an actual
really
Star
awesome.
Wars movie. And
Seth, this may be a silly question, and I'm sorry to interrupt. Did you do all the character art?
No, I didn't do any of the character art. This was Jackie Whistler, I think her name is.
Oh, okay.
It was a big old commission. We all paid into it. Yeah. No, I did not do this. Trust me. I would be like vibrating if I had to sit on something like this. The amount of time and effort that had to go into this poster. But yeah, I'm really excited. First episode again on Saturday, 10 Eastern Standard Time, and it's Star Wars, man. We're Star Wars, and there's a war in the stars. War. It's very similar to kind of what's going on here, except it's in Star Wars.
We're warring instead of finding.
Right. Yeah.
It's a much more militaristic.
Yeah, we're done finding. We're warring. Yeah.
Warring over what we found.
Yes. And we found that the Empire sucks, and we want to shoot them.
But also we're warring before we found, because it was a long, long time.
It was. It's true. So maybe Starfinder happens after Star Wars, because you have to find all the stuff after the war.
That's what the gap is actually. Spoilers. The gap is just everybody in Star Wars forgetting that they were in Star Wars, and now it's a Starfinder.
Oh,
the gap was the Star War.
Yeah. Yeah, gap was actually a lot longer than we all thought.
Yeah,
I'm gonna need a minute or an hour or a day to process this.
All right. Well, when we left off, a very unfortunate thing happened. Evil evil CEO of Pinnacle Securities, former boss of Kalen and Herald, shot Kalen's father in the back of the head, which prompted everybody to spring into action, I believe. Speaking of springing into action, it looks like Gur is more than ready to do something, so let's get the percussion going.
All right, I'm ready.
Or the baseline, as it were.
Yeah. Gur, almost as just a reaction to the gun being fired, hastes his entire group of friends here. Okay. His party of varied and excellent at murdering in different ways friends.
little spinning clock icons suddenly appear over all of our heads.
Oh, right. Like a...
Indeed.
Oh,
what's your caster level now, bud? 6?
8.
8, right.
Yes.
All right.
So you have 8 rounds of haste, is that what it is?
Yes.
Indeed. 30 extra feet of movement.
Right.
Enhancement speed, though.
Enhancement, yes. So, since Gur is a good and natural being and doesn't bother with enhancement speed bonuses, he gets the full 30 and moves for no particular reason here.
Not seeing.
Yeah, I think
he moves
internet issues
from the to about halfway between his friends and the enemies, and he produces his chains.
Got it. I'll need to see where you've moved to, though unfortunately Roll20 is... There we go. Got it. He's kind of stepping out in front of his friends. He takes out his chains in a defensive posture. Alright, and I think that is a move and a standard. Which will bring us to everybody's favorite, Amaldril Versian.
I was wondering if we were going to get to fight him again.
Of course. You hated him so much I had to bring him back. Like, I had to. I didn't have a choice. Like, it just needed to happen. Let's see.
Thank you for this gift.
You're welcome.
We have become exceptionally better at Murder Hobo since we spot him.
He's going to go ahead and make a trick attack as he moves behind the pillar, aiming his, let's see, his HFD sonic pistol at Gur and taking a shot. Trick attack.
Are we hiring cultists now, Distra? I feel like you've made better HR choices than this one.
Let's see here. I don't think that's even going to do it, because that definitely got the trick off, but that's a 2 on the die.
Natural toot.
Yeah, natural toot from Amaldril. What is your EAC, Gur?
My gosh, he still might hit. My EAC is only 27.
Wow, if you can believe it, it's just a miss.
I feel lucky.
You don't anticipate the attack that he launches at you, but it just happens to miss anyway. It just deflects off of your Anasanoi sci-fi shoulder pauldrons.
Yes.
We'll bring us over to Ninden.
Satisfying.
All right, Ninden, the punch wizard, is going to draw his hammer. And with that boost to his armors, yeah, ratings and all that, the network thought it was better. So Ninden's going to move over here with his boost to his movement speed. That is 1 movement.
Wow.
Yeah. And then Ninden is going to growl under his breath, Amaldril, good to see you again, and is going to take a single swing, sort of testing the
not
waters.
A full attack?
I don't know. He's an operative, man. A level 13 operative.
Gur, chance in your mind. Full attack. All
right,
attack.
Fine. Before he does this thing, actually, I forgot I was going to have him stay to Kalen and everybody else. I figure I'll tie up Amaldril a little bit. Do you all want to take care of the CEO? Does everybody have that?
I figured Kalen and Harald would go after the CEO, and I'll take left, and Mouse just is going to do what Mouse does.
Mouse plays the field.
Mouse do what Mouse do. Yes.
The mental link is just full of rage. There is interference in your speakings.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. So Ninden's gonna do what he does, and he is going to full attack.
Okay. Fish for that crit.
Fishing for that crit. Fishing for
there
that
it is!
That's a 16 for, I think it's a natural toot. Yep, natural toot on the dice for the first one, but the second one is a crit. And I have good news for you. He's also thrown 20 feet away as he takes 89 points of bludgeoning and cold damage.
My goodness. All right.
So he just
like
swings
over
wildly
against the wall here, basically.
And then yep.
Okay.
Yeah, he just squeak as he slides down the glass.
Oh my lord. Gur chooses to accept credit for half of this crit because of his chanting. This isn't your crit, this is our crit.
Yeah, no, this is absolutely our crit, my friend. Thank you very much for bullying me into that.
This is the future socialists want, guys.
All right, so it's a total of 79 damage before reduction and resistance. Let me see here.
Oh, it is 79. I'm sorry, not 89. You're right.
Very, I understand. Yeah. you want to swing for the fences.
Hey, yeah, I'll take it.
All right, and I have finished calculating the damage. Harald.
Harald advances angrily. Firing continuously at the CEO.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy.
Just like every action movie where it's just calmly walking forward, pulling the trigger.
He does not appear to be wearing armor.
He for a moment transforms into something that looks like an amalgam of some sort of safe Jason Statham character.
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah. So you fire directly at Cassie?
Yep.
Okay.
Spacem Statham.
So that's probably a successful feint and a shot that...
Oh, yeah. That is absolutely...
Wow. You made them both the same number. Nice job.
Yeah. 27 to hit, 27 damage. Excellent work.
I do like that number.
You can see that he's already bloodied from your one hit. he's good and hurt. Is that all for your turn?
Yep, moving a standard.
All right, Mouse.
All right, Mouse. Mouse is curious about this other dude. Who's this dude here with the side cut?
That dude.
Mouse can ask in the mind channel. Yeah.
That is Amalinea, who you remember at least slightly. You caught a glimpse of her when you attended the restaurant with Harald and Kaylin as they met with her for a peer review or whatever it was that they were meeting her for.
It's the new head of security for Pinnacle.
Yes, she has a lot of cybernetic enhancements. She looks to be better equipped than the typical security guards that are standing in front of her with some sort of assault rifle.
And if I were to guess, would she be more of a soldier or...
Oh, she's decked out a lot like a soldier, yes. Absolutely.
Okay. Well, I don't know why I really asked, because that's not going to change much, because, since no one's shooting at her, I'm going to shoot at her.
Okay.
She's got character arc. Her.
You look like you need some bullets.
She's going to designate target.
Okay.
And shoot.
You can designate 2 targets, can't you?
Yes, I can. I guess I'll just focus fire. Also target the blue.
Okay.
Right next to them.
Yeah. Okay.
And Mouse is gonna. Yeah. Yes. She's just gonna use the ultra cold ice carbine.
Okay.
And
you're going to have some soft cover shooting through Harald from here.
Ah, you goopy boy. Well, I can't move, so that's a 22. I don't think that makes it.
I don't believe it will. Let's see here. Trying to shoot so that you don't shoot Harald. That is going to be a miss, unfortunately.
Move your big fat butt.
I don't think it would have hit.
Attack the target, I point.
Whoopsie. Hey, Caitlin, it's your turn.
Unsurprisingly, Kaylin is going to move up. She actually doesn't benefit from haste because it's an enhancement bonus.
Oh, really?
But it does let her move and full attack, if that were a thing that she ever did.
If that were a thing that she wanted to do. But she'll move up, maybe not in front of this pillar, actually. She does still have 60 feet of movement, so she'll get up in front of Gur and Harald, which will put her in range to send a stabilize her father's way.
Okay.
That's 35 feet, and then she's still got 25 feet of movement, so she will go around behind this pillar where she can get a good spot for the next round to drop something big and nasty.
Okay. Yeah, so you successfully cast Stabilize and then break off to the west, hiding behind a pillar from the security guards and Amalanea herself. Speaking of the security guards, let's see here. Since Ninden went ahead and got up in their face, the two standing beside him look surprised, and they let go of their assault rifles and pull out. Never mind. They don't pull out anything. They have pulse gauntlets. That's right. So they both activate their pulse gauntlets and try to punch. This one's going to swing a couple of times. Oh no. And that's a natural one. Okay. And let's see. That'll bring us to blue. Per Mr. Distra's orders, they will try to gun Harald down with their Magnetar rifles. Full attack on Harald. What is the magic number that I'm trying to hit?
29.
Okay. Ooh, one hit. Oh, 2 hits. Holy cow. Harald, are you used to taking damage really much at all?
Not super used to it.
Oh my god.
It's not his favorite thing.
This much must be what pain feels like.
Right. Wow, this is 2 hits and a crit on Harald. Did not expect that, as they both open up with their weapons here. And let's see here. First hit before any reduction. Do you have any damage reduction of any kind?
Yeah, I have 9.
Got it. It's going to be 27 piercing on the first attack. 28 piercing on the second attack, and on the crit, uh, 59 piercing.
Goodness gracious.
Which will then bring us to Amalanea, who steps back, seeing that Kessie has been shot and wounded. She actually takes aim over at Kaylin and tries to shoot at her.
I got some pretty decent cover.
And she rolled a 1, so it doesn't matter how much your cover is. The pillar that you're hiding behind starts to chip open with the impact of different slug weapons. And then Harald, this guy tries to punch you as well. Sorry, not Harald, Ninden. This guy tries to punch you as well. What is the KAC target I'm trying to hit?
For me, that's going to be a 34.
Oof. Oh, that is a 33, so that is a miss. they both try to punch you with their gauntlets, but it just keeps deflecting off of your armor. Like it's just too much for them to handle.
Listen, I'm very proficient with punches. I'm very proficient with punches. You're not going to want to. You don't want to punch me.
Yeah. All right, and that will bring us back to Gur, top of the round.
Yeah, I kind of wish she hadn't moved, but at the same time, it'll still look cool. Gur activates his Juggernaut boosters and blasts forward and tries to combat maneuver smash this person.
What, combat maneuver smash? I'm not familiar with smash.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Bull rush.
I don't know this combat maneuver.
Oh, bull rush, okay. And you're targeting the chief of security?
Yeah, I said I was going to go left, though, so no, I'm going to take these guys here. Blue.
Oh,
where'd it go?
Okay.
Where'd it go? There we go.
I don't know where it went.
Attack! 34, 2 bull rush.
Oh my gosh.
I like that his block says shot. Exclamation point at the end.
And is that like a 34 versus KAC?
It's KAC plus 8.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah,
so it has to beat KAC by 8?
Yes. It's a standard combat maneuver. Gotcha. But I've got a bunch of bonuses to it. That's why it's at 34.
Got it. Okay.
Did only roll a 14. I have a plus 20 to this.
That is pretty crazy. Let's see. Oh yeah, that'll do it. 100%.
Great.
So
he moves 10 feet plus 5 for every 5 by which I exceeded the KAC plus 8.
Right. So that'd be 15 feet.
Nice. Okay. Hits the pillar.
Oh, you're doing it diagonally.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Thump. Yeah, no, he goes smashing right into the pillar.
Sorry, I didn't even notice. I moved to the wrong spot. That was exactly what I was going for, was a smash into the pillar.
Got it.
You're just throwing your baddies all over the map.
I apologize.
That's the idea.
Something has happened to the music. I'm not really sure what's going on here.
Oh.
So I'm gonna try to find some more music. I'll be right back.
Well, you knocked him out of my range.
You know, Leaf, there's actually a really fun feat called Tripping Rush that prones somebody when you bull rush them into an obstacle.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, but it's feat intensive. It takes improved combat maneuver, trip, and then that feat. But then you're also going to want to be good at bull rushes. So.
All right, we'll go with this music.
Well, yeah, I mean,
the music was working.
It's a thing I could probably build out. That said, I would feel worse, Mouse, if it didn't give you haste the round.
All right, Amaldrel.
Sorry, felt like I needed to address that.
Prone boy.
Go ahead and you see, you watch as he takes his sword and flips it. You know, like he does a flourish with his blade, and then moves in
from the ground.
He is prone.
Right.
The knockdown feat prones him as well as throws him.
Right. So can you, as a trick attack, get up from prone as part of your movement?
I wish, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if anybody would know, that would be Simon.
Yeah, this was a pretty good happenstance to happen to the operative from our perspective.
From your perspective, absolutely. From my perspective, the Jedi are evil.
All right, Sith, calm down. I mean Seth.
Let's see here. Okay. Well, he will stand up as a swift, and he'll move up close enough to Ninden, and he actually, some plates open up in the shoulders of his armor, and there is a blinding flash. I'm going to need you to make a, let's see, what kind of save is this?
Tell me it's fortitude.
I don't believe it's fortitude. I believe it is a reflex saving throw. Go ahead.
Still pretty good at those.
Yeah. Go ahead and make one of those, please.
That's a 24.
Sorry, modifier.
What is the range on that effect?
These are the flash blinders. They have 20 feet of range.
Is it a target?
Oh.
No, it's a radius. So I think orange is in the area of effect, actually.
That's what I was wondering.
I think he's going to be blind, but I don't think Amalthor really cares all that much.
No.
Yeah, no. Orange is also
no, you
blind.
can.
Oh, he could drop it in such a way?
Looks
all
like
right.
it.
He'll spare orange. Orange is having enough trouble landing hits, honestly.
Orange.
Yeah. Hey, don't make fun. You know, sometimes people have trouble talking.
Yeah, words are hard, man.
They
I
can be.
understand.
We also made them up. Okay, so what the DC for this is 6. Oh man, you got the DC right on the button, actually. So never mind. You did not become blind.
That's
you
good.
almost became blind.
Although that would have been perfect, man. Could I be blind? Could I? No.
I mean, you can choose to fail a save if you'd like.
No, I probably shouldn't.
Stares into the blinders, just so pretty.
Well, yeah, it's like it's one of those situations, right? It's like usually people's shoulders don't open up and flash lights at you. So like, you
does Darude Sandstorm also start playing?
No. But you see the actuators open up and you're like, what the hell? And then all of a sudden there's a flash and you barely shield your eyes before they blind you. And it is your turn once again.
All right. Get him. That's a neat trick, but I'm actually, I actually took a feat for that. And Ninden is going to swing his hammer twice again. As ill-advised as that might be. That's a 32 and a 29. I don't imagine the 29 is going to hit. This is versus Cack.
Cack. Let's see here.
Cack.
That's the sound it makes when you hit people's cack.
Yes. Yeah. Cack.
And then yak.
Yeah, the 32 is. Yeah, you said bludgeoning and cold, right?
Bludgeoning and cold. Man, I actually shouldn't be full attacking this guy. If I just hit on an 18 on the die.
Yeah, you're rolling really well. I mean, obviously you rolled a crit, so.
Yeah, that was pretty nice. I like that.
Nice for you. Herald, it's your turn.
Herald continues firing at Dijkstra.
Okay.
There is a get him, and then a clever attack. Where's the... Oh gosh, my macro's out of date because we leveled up. Well, I'll just press this button and then add a number if need be. So that should be 1 higher damage.
So you also used get him.
Yep.
Got it. Yeah. So as you shoot at Mr. Dijkstra, you see Amalinea, as per her duty, try to stand in front of the blow, and she absorbs part of it, but it's not enough because from the hit, he goes falling to the ground and drops his gun.
It occurs to me he never got a turn.
He wasn't really a combatant.
Oops.
But you know,
he got to shoot your dad. So
he did.
He involved himself. It's not like it's not his fault. But yeah, that will go ahead and bring us over to Mouse then.
All right, Mouse is gonna move. Wow, 60 feet. Gee, bus. It's almost too many options.
It's a big room.
It's a big room.
Some might say a massive cavern.
It's a massive. Yeah.
Yeah,
chamber,
hold on.
Chamber.
Oh, sorry, I knew
it's
it was
not a
sea.
cavern.
Yeah, it's definitely not. It felt wrong as I said it.
Well, you know, Mouse is gonna move. And let's see, this is 50 feet here. So she's gonna move them 50 feet here. And then she can shoot at Imaldril.
That's Amalanea, or you can just call her Ama or Amy. Amy also works.
The security chief, yeah?
There you go. That also works.
Yeah. And full attack!
All right. Advancing up just behind Gur. Mouse takes a couple shots. This is with the cryo gun.
Yep. Ah! Rolled a 10 and a 13, so that's a 23 and a 26.
Versus KAC?
Yes.
Unfortunately, that is going to be a pair of misses. That'll bring us over to Kaylin.
All right, having had my opportunity to strangle that CEO taken away, that's what I was gonna do. I will. I'll use my id insulation on the chief of security and her 2 minions over here.
Okay.
I need a will save from each of them.
Okay. What's the DC of this will save?
20.
Wow. Okay. All right. Surprisingly, the only person that makes it is the blue security guard.
Ha!
So what happens to the security guard and also the security chief?
They're confused.
Oh no!
For the duration, which is concentration plus 1 round, so I could just keep this up all day.
Oh, I love
my
it.
goodness.
And I'll use. Oh, I needed to move out from behind the pillar to do this. So I move out from behind the pillar. I cast that as I go around. Oops. I go around to this other pillar up here. 40 feet, 45 feet, 50 feet, and sort of get behind the desk up here.
Sure. Yeah, and it's you can kind of crouch behind it to get cover. So. All right. So bring us back to the green security guard. We'll take a step down and raise his gun to shoot at Minden. I already know that that's a miss. There's no way in that.
31 EAC.
Yeah, there's no way in that. Like I said.
Okay.
You feel bullets bouncing off the back of your armor.
Oh.
All right. Blue, who is not confused. Is there any other effects to him being shoved against the pillar, Gur?
I don't think there was. I think they're supposed to take damage actually if they hit a wall.
If there's like movement left that they can't complete or something like that.
Yeah, I think it might be movement left though.
I've seen that on.
Give him a D6.
Yeah.
That would technically be a space they couldn't occupy though, right? That he's in right now.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. So there we go. We'll do that.
GM's discretion. How much damage do you want to give him?
I think typically it's like a D6, right? Per at least that might be a pattern.
Yeah, it sounds legit.
I think they just stopped. There is a magic item that gives you damage if you run into things by using it.
No, I'll go ahead and give him some damage. That's fine. So he took a little bit of damage, but we'll go ahead and try to open fire on Gur to retaliate. You have that confusion table open?
I'll get it.
Okay. Let's see. What is the KAC I'm trying to hit here? Sure.
30.
Alright. More like Gertie.
Oh. One of those bullets manages to sneak in. And before reduction, you're looking at 21 piercing damage. That'll bring us to our first confused person, Security
Woo!
Officer Red.
So he does need to roll twice and take whichever one I pick.
Okay, and we'll just do the rolls here. 37,
so 37 is do nothing but babble incoherently, and a 35 is the same. So he's going to do nothing but babble incoherently.
All right, there we go. And now, Alinea.
Gur is confused himself for a moment, but then recognizes the symptoms of Kaelin's mind trickery.
Right.
So her options are deal 1d8 plus strength modifier damage to self with item in hand, or a 97 is attack nearest creature. She's going to deal damage. She's going to hit herself for 1d8 plus strength modifier.
Yeah, that's
damage.
probably a smart move considering the target's nearby. Let's see here. Yes, she's going to hit herself. Does she get damage reduction against herself? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Sure.
I didn't even give her any. Never mind.
Huh?
Goodness. All right. And that will bring us to Orange. We'll try to move in. He thinks he can punch Ninden. I think he's an idiot, but this is what he thinks. Yeah.
I tried to tell him.
A fist kind of scrapes past your armor, not quite able to affect any kind of damage.
Excuse me, I'm kind of in the middle of a personal vendetta here.
What does Gur do?
Oh, goodness. Well, since this person is confused and incoherent, Gur's just going to step up right up close to him, pay him no mind as he full attack Blue behind them.
Okay.
Yes!
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Okay. I'm so glad that this got to actually happen. So, first hit is actually a critical hit, which binds him up, and as it binds him up, all of the new fusion that's been added, the Vorpal fusion from General Kaim's machine gun, activates and critically wounds him. Let's roll that d20 twice.
Sure.
Because it's a severe wound, so he gets to roll.
Yeah.
I got another 20. I wasted. And an 8. Now, I do not remember what the wound
I think
chart
20
is.
might. I've got the wound chart coming up.
Please.
Wound,
I need to know what a 20 is, and I need to know what an 8 is.
Yeah, working.
I'm giggling because I know a thing.
Oh boy.
20 is the brain, which is stunned for 1 round. And an 8 is general bleed 1d6.
Choose the
All right.
stunned.
Yeah, he's stunned and bound.
He would be if he weren't also extremely dead.
Extremely dead.
Oh.
So Gur wraps him up with the chains and then just gives it a yank, and it just kind of like cuts him into.
Pops his head off.
Pops his head off. There we go. No, it just wraps around the neck, and he gives it a yoink, and it's just. Ooh.
That's pretty gruesome.
Okay, well, that's all for that guy.
We're the good guys.
Yeah. Are we?
Are we the baddies? All right.
Oh no, I'm standing next to an operative. All
You
sorts
are.
of shenanigans are gonna happen.
Yeah. All right, that's gonna be. Let's see. You said 34 was the magic number for you.
For KAC, yes.
Right. Okay. He's going to stab you with his zero-edge dagger. Let's see. And you are flat-footed, and it's going to put you, since he's going to hit you with this attack, that is going to make you off target.
Okay.
Which I don't know how to represent that necessarily in icon form. Is there
I'm
like
going next. I'll remember off target.
Okay, well, either way, here I'll just put that on there just because it's like the two daggers like blocking an attack.
Okay.
Right. Let's see. It's been a while since we've seen a successful trick attack on anybody.
Yeah.
We didn't have a operative this time around. I'm sure Simon really would have wanted to play that.
You know the answer to that question.
I know.
64.
But hey, you were interested. It's the weapon itself does that.
Oh.
And then there's stuff to add to it. So before the trick attack damage comes in, that is 23. And then let's roll the trick attack damage. I'm not going to roll this many d8s. Oh, bad rolls.
That was really unfortunate.
That was super bad.
So that's 35 plus his half level, I guess.
So yeah, 33 and then 33, 35, and then 20. So yeah, it ends up being 55 slashing damage.
Oh.
Before reduction.
Zero knife sounded like a cold weapon. So 55.
Pretty sure it's
before reduction.
Yes.
Okay.
Unless I wrote it incorrectly. It is.
That's fine.
And then as part of that, a trick attack, he is going to sidle up right in front of Herald.
Rude.
Oh, no, you don't.
Ninden, it is your turn.
All right. Well,
actually, Herald will, calming down from shooting his former boss. Herald's eyes will turn slightly less red, and he'll focus on a Maldril who appears in front of him, and says, Ninden, give me a moment here.
Oh.
Yes. All right. But I'm coming over there.
Yeah, just after me.
All right. Ninden delays.
Doesn't Ninden get an attack of opportunity when that operative runs off?
I can only imagine he has like 7 different things that prevent attacks of opportunities because he's an operative.
Yeah.
Like,
I wasn't even.
Doesn't hurt to ask, though.
I suppose.
Well, he already had that. He had the weaker version of that ability when he first fought you, where it's only against a person that you have against a trick attack. Now he has, I think it's improved uncanny mobility, where the action of doing a trick attack does not provoke any attacks of opportunity from movement.
Yep, I remember hating this guy back at level 7 or something.
Yep.
And now here we are.
Yep, hating him still. Right. Herald.
I think our next target is obvious, and he points the trigger right in front of him. I'm having a hard time imagining it. Like, Herald's pretty good at firing in melee thanks to clever attack. So I guess this manifests as him like pretending to back away and then actually shooting him in the chest.
Like a Han Solo, like, hip fire sort of thing?
Yeah. So this will be a get him and then a clever attack, and his damage should be 1 higher because I still have to fix my macro. Ooh, that probably isn't enough to not provoke.
It is not enough.
Alright, so Amaldo sees through him.
Yeah, he moves with uncanny mobility and manages to avoid your shot.
Well,
you
worse.
You could spend a resolve to make that a success.
Can you?
Yes. I could spend a resolve to let you re-roll it.
Oh, there's also that.
Well, hold on, let me think. Yeah, okay, so either way, he doesn't get to take an attack of opportunity because he's flat-footed against me for that attack. Yes. However, yes, I will spend a resolve to make him flat-footed against everyone.
Okay.
But I will not ask Hillen to use her reroll on me.
I don't know that he can be flat-footed.
You're right. He's probably immune to that. Yep.
Uh-oh. Does that mean that he does get an attack?
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, let me double check that.
I think he might be immune to the flat-footed condition.
I think that's true. Uncanny agility, you're immune to flat-footed. Yep. Yep. So he stabs me.
Congratulations.
Well, tell him what he's won. Let's see. What's your KAC?
29.
Okay. I was describing it as mechanically it's a dagger. It's more of a sword for flavor purposes. So.
Okay.
This one doesn't get all the nifty trick attack stuff though. He just stabs. It is just stab.
I realized with uncanny agility, I also am immune to the flat-footed condition. Huh.
Nice. Well,
I always forget that.
So he doesn't get a bonus to hit you, but he gets the trick attack damage, right? If that's how that works. Oh,
No.
You can't be trick attacked?
No, you can be trick attacked.
I thought you were asking about the opportunity attack here.
No.
Oh no, I can take. I get that. It's
Okay.
just-
I was gonna say that seems a little powerful if you could just not be trick attacked.
Yeah.
All right. So that is going to be a total of 31 slashing as he cuts into you.
Got it. That goes into hit points.
All right. Minden.
Ooh.
Herald, start taking hit points back. 8 of them.
Hold on, doing math.
Okay, he's got to finish doing his math first.
No, actually, Ninden wants to end up there.
Okay. Oh, look out!
How
Orange is
much
gonna
healing?
try to hit you.
All right, I have mobility.
You said 8 healing, Gur?
He doesn't hit you.
Yes.
Yes, 8
Okay.
healing.
It turns out he doesn't hit you.
Thank goodness. And then Ninden is going to say, "What? Where are you going? I thought we were having a good time over there." And he's gonna swing. He's gonna swing twice because his captain gave him a get 'em.
All right.
Still not advisable. That's a 20 and a 24, so those are
Ooh.
both misses.
Ooh, Fadoof.
As Ninden comes stomping over, Amaldril looks over to his left, and as he sees the hammer swings, he actually just kind of deftly moves out of the way, as though he wasn't used to seeing you fight with a hammer before. He was used to seeing you punch, so it seems like he's making adjustments to dodge this new fighting style. Mouse, it is your turn.
Okay, guys, where you want me? Who you want me to kill?
The guy with the knife behind you.
What, Red?
No, the
No.
Amaldril. That's who he's referring to.
This prick of an elf over here.
Okay, yeah, I'll be flanking buddies with you, sure.
All right. Mouse will, I guess drop the carbine.
Hold on. He's immune to flanking.
Yeah, he
What?
Yeah.
cannot be flanked.
Well, fine then.
But he can be shot, yeah.
Yeah, he's not immune to being shot.
Cool. Cool.
I think some things are immune to being shot, but definitely not this guy.
Can I take a move action to target him and full attack because I still have haste?
No, the movement that the move action you get from haste is strictly for moving.
That's fair, I guess.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but
Yeah.
trust me.
Well, I'm gonna
Karab
designate
people
target on him.
the world round were disappointed about that information.
Yeah, and just do one shot because
Okay.
I want to hit him,
Yeah.
and
He's a-
I like having that. Oh,
no.
never shoot!
Toot toot.
The curse of the toot. All right. Unfortunately, that is a miss, but you have him targeted, so you can do the full attack next time.
Heck yeah.
That'll bring us over to Kaylin.
All right, I'm gonna keep holding my confused with my standard action,
All right.
and my move will just be to sort of get further behind this desk and get down a little bit, so I got some cover in
Okay.
case one of these other guys tries to shoot me.
Got it. All right. Green is going to resume his attempts to shoot Ninden.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, hey, he might hit this time.
Yeah.
It's a thing that could happen. I definitely didn't make these guys to be like some kind of fodder or anything. I mean, they're threatening. They're really scary. Unfortunately, he does not hit 34k AC with that one. Next time, we'll get you next time. I'll bring us to red. So let's roll a couple 100s.
Yes.
85 and 71.
So 85 is gonna be an attack nearest creature. 71 is gonna be deal 1d8 plus strength modifier damage to self.
All right.
He's gonna hit himself.
I'm so shocked.
Why are you hitting yourself?
All right. Bring us to Ame. Same deal. 63-39.
Let's see, a 63 is damage to self, and a 39 is do nothing but babble incoherently. We're gonna go with damage to self.
All right. Punches herself again.
I'm just tying up two of these baddies so they can't do anything in the
Yeah.
Preventative healing.
Preventative healing. That's like
hey, that's one way to look at it. I like.
What is that? That's like a aggressive diplomacy. Is that what they said in Star Wars?
Yes.
Hey Simon, how much HP did you lose?
I lost 18. And then I healed back.
You should be back to full at this point.
Okay.
Was that before or after the initial 8 that I gave you back?
Before.
Okay.
So you only take 18 damage total from me.
Orange joins his comrade in trying to shoot at Ninden. Armor is easily deflecting the bullets from these weapons. That was going to bring us to Grr.
Well, I know that we've got to kill a Maldrill, but ads. Your charge is orange.
All right. Green did not have his gauntlet ready.
Ninden and Herald are just, battling with the Maldrill, and then behind them the camera raises up just a little bit, and Gur just dashes across in the background, slams his shoulder into Orin.
Throwing people across the room.
Yeah, 10 feet for this one.
I was gonna say, I
shoved back.
Actually, as Gur hits that opponent, Herald will use his reaction to use Sudden Shift. Everyone can use their reaction and 5 feet of their movement speed for next turn to shift one, and then Herald does that.
Cool.
Oh, okay.
Can I do that as well? Because I'll do this and cover both of them.
Yes, but it uses your reaction and 5 foot of next turn's movement.
Oh, it uses my reaction? Well, there's no reason to do that then, so I'm going to not use my reaction.
Ninden will also not. I apologize.
It was for me.
Thank you, but no thank you. Oh, well, that's good.
All right. That'll bring us to Amaldro, who has part of his trick attack. Pursues Herald as he moves back.
How rude.
As he attacks, Ninden is going to use his reaction to use Bodyguard on his captain.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a hit. And you can be flat-footed, right, Herald?
I sure can.
Oh boy.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a hit. And he's going to make Herald off target as part of his debilitating trick. Let's roll this damage. And you're going to take half of this, is that right, Ninden?
Yeah, with intervene.
Got it. All right, so we're doing that first, and then that second. So,
oof.
That'll be 69 slashing damage. Nice. So he just kind of pursues Herald and looks at him right in his eye stalks and says, "Die," before pushing his sword forward.
So I think I take intervene damage before you reduce it, Simon, because then I'm reducing it.
No, I thought we said that you use my DR effectively.
I thought that was with Gur's thing that he did last session.
Yeah, because Gur is taking his damage through some sort of like stigmata sort of method. This is a little bit different, where you would.
This is me just jumping in front of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So split the damage in half. So
I'll take 35.
Yeah.
You take 34.
34 minus 9. Got it.
Yep. And then he will continue his movement, which is pretty extreme. And he'll wind up behind this pillar. Over on the western side.
Rude.
You watch as he just kind of, like, with his fully metallic cybernetic legs, just makes his way behind the pillar. And Herald, it is your turn.
Gain back 8 health.
God, you're a huge hassle for hit points, Gur. I just gotta be honest with you.
You're welcome.
Simon, literally just enter +8 into the bubble. It is so much less work than adding and subtracting.
Oh, sorry, it's so much slower. Roll20 is much slower at the calculations when you use the bubble. So for whatever reasons, maybe because I have 2 Roll20 screens, it takes like a full 30 seconds if I enter it.
Oh, that might be.
Oh, okay. Yes.
So it's easier for me, but it's much harder for Roll20.
What's Herald doing?
Yes, I'm glad you asked. Do I have any line of sight to our good friend Amaldro? I guess I can calculate that myself.
No.
Okay.
Not really. You might catch like you know where he is, so you can maybe catch a bit of a glimpse of him, but he has moved mostly out of sight.
Okay. Let's hunt him down, Ninden.
I couldn't.
Bloodthirsty Herald.
You don't deserve to work at this company. You don't match our culture at all.
You don't even like standing desks.
Yeah.
You don't even care if Cindy's child is doing okay.
It's Cheryl.
You wouldn't
Tate.
fit in at
Cheryl.
the corporate
Sorry.
retreat.
It's
So is that
Cheryl's
your-
sister.
Yeah, Cheryl's sister. Yeah,
Cindy.
that's right. See, I Cheryl's sister, Cindy. Yeah, that's what I was doing the whole time.
there it is.
So is Herald gonna shoot, or is he just gonna?
Yeah,
hurt
no,
himself?
sorry. We just have some delightful banter here. Let it.
I
give
would
time for
never
it.
trust fall on you.
Anyways, this is a get him shot.
All right, I'm tapped
Okay.
out.
Get him shot.
That's probably a get him hit. For 34 versus EAC for almost minimum damage. 17.
Yeah. But hey, it's still a hit. Still a Prunkin hit. Putting a little bit of damage on the cyborg.
That's my turn.
All right. And it is Ninden's turn now.
Ninden is going to just keep chasing this guy.
Okay.
And
Yeah, last time you couldn't chase him. Like, last time you fought this guy, you did not have the movement to keep up with him. But things have changed a little bit.
Yeah, things have changed. We deal more damage. We're faster. Herald uses long arms. It's a brave new world. Ninden is going to take a single attack.
Inhabits a new body.
yeah, Gur has a new body.
Right, it's true. They probably don't even
right.
know who Gur is. They're like, what is that?
That's a 34 versus EAC.
Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Yep,
Yeah,
that's
they don't
it.
know who or what Gur is.
Yeah.
He just says something at the beginning of the combat, like glad you got rid of the half orc trash, and Gur just like.
All right. You've gone ahead and made the math nice and easy on me for this one.
I try to help when I can.
I don't think that's accurate. I think you're trying to kill all these beautiful characters I've created. Mouse.
You know, all these beautiful characters that killed an unarmed man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure you made these characters to be killed.
So
To be fair,
Mouse
I also
is-
heard murdered in an armed man.
He had a pistol.
Yeah, but we're the good guys.
Oh boy.
That's the difference.
I guess Mouse is gonna risk moving through this square. She's gonna risk an attack of opportunity from
He
Red.
doesn't get attack of opportunities. He's confused.
Yeah.
You could run circles around him and he wouldn't do anything about it.
Whee! But instead, Mouse is gonna move to this spot here. So she's got some cover from a pillar, but can clearly see her target and shoot him. Sadly, only once.
All right. Go ahead and take your shot.
'Cause he moved that mother pronker.
Yep. He's not trying to make it easy. Oh, that's a hit.
32
Indeed.
for 33 damage.
32 for 33.
Now 34 for 35, and we just keep going until he's dead.
Yeah. Just keep escalating. Pretty soon you're going to be rolling attack rolls in the 50s. It's going to be crazy. Here. Ah, my math brain shut off. Uh-oh. Alert!
That's called a calculator.
No, my math brain is gone.
No, it was a joke.
He gone. All right. No, I got it. Okay, we're good. Kaylin.
Before Kaylin does anything, hey Harald, you're back to full health. You're welcome.
Thanks.
It's like somebody who does something for you without them asking you to do it, and then like, by the way, you're welcome.
Yeah.
What this is.
All right, I'm gonna keep concentrating on keeping these two out of the fight and stay behind this desk.
All right. Green is going to do his best to try and punch Gur. Watch this be a crit.
Might have a better chance, yeah.
Nope, that's a natural 2.
Natural toot!
Woo! Toot! Orange, however, gets to shoot because he already had his gun out. And shoot he does. Let's see here. That first one is a super miss. Second one might be a hit. What's the KAC I'm trying to hit, Gur?
30.
Yeah, that is going to be a hit. All right. Hey, one of them actually did something. God, remember when they did a bunch of damage to Harald at the beginning of the fight and then never again?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, and then nothing.
All right, that is a nice and even 30 piercing damage as he shoots at her. And let's do red. Let's do the confusion dance. All right, 43 and 69. Nice.
All right, 43 is nothing but babbling coherently. 69 is hit themselves. They're gonna hit themselves.
Okay. And he's just slowly whittling away at his own health, punching himself with his own gauntlet. And Ame.
Again.
Okay, what is this, the Teletubbies? 69 again.
Would you stop rolling?
Hit yourself.
I just keep rolling the 69s left and right. I don't know what it is. Horny show, etc. So 69 and 84 are the two choices.
Hits herself.
Okay. Goodness. All right. That'll bring us back to Gur.
All right. Gur is going to go ahead and heal himself with a move action first.
Okay.
Go. Healing channel, not touch. Ooh, nice solid 40.
That's a pretty good amount of hit points.
That is some good HP there.
It is.
And as he does so, he attacks Green.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Concentrating more on
no.
healing than attack, yes. Rolled an 18 on the die. Or not on the die. I
Roll
wish.
a 3.
Rolled
Not a natural
rolled
2.
a 4.
A natural 3.
Natural 3?
Natural. Oh, okay. Let's not call it that.
Oh, why not?
I just don't like how it sounds. I don't know.
Yeah.
No particular threat.
Freet.
It doesn't
like
mean anything.
like a natural
necessarily.
toot sounds great, but like
Natural toots do sound great.
All right.
Heard it here first.
shut your mouth.
Unsurprisingly, that's not a hit.
I am not surprised.
Got to roll higher than an 18 to hit things when you're level 13.
I was gonna
All right.
say.
Ultra targeting, and then with the, I basically don't even have to roll to see if he successfully does a trick attack, but doing it anyway just to see if he gets a 1. He does not.
You really don't, because he could take 10 if he's an operative.
That's true. and with a 10, he just kind of auto succeeds. So I guess never mind. He's just
That's
always gonna be succeeding. And has your
Maybe
KAC,
he should be here.
Has your KAC changed at all? Like, you've taken a hit, so...
I have 5 entropy points, but that doesn't confer anything more. It's still just 34.
Oh, it is? Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Oh, right, because you start with a...
I start combat with an entropy point, yeah.
Right, okay.
Well, I start on my first turn, specific.
Okay. Let's see. That will be a hit as he runs away. He cuts at Ninden before he starts to move. Let's go ahead and resolve the damage.
Much obliged.
2. Ooh, good numbers this time around. Let's see here. So that's going to be 61 before... Okay, 81 slashing damage from him. Before you reduce any of it.
So Ninden's going to spend an entropy point to mitigate that by 8 more. So 81 minus 20.
Okay.
Okay. So 61. That's easy.
All right. And then he proceeds to cut straight through the battlefield and wind up on the other side of Kaylin.
Rude.
He's doing the rounds. Herald.
Measuring some distances. Inconvenient.
You're still hasted.
I am still hasted, but
You're not
it doesn't
off target.
give me an extra action.
Ninden is off target.
Oh. I hate off.
Yeah, off target kind of sucks.
It's,
You're welcome.
It's still not as good as flat-footed, but off target in this situation is very annoying.
Yeah.
Does anyone remember whether Get'em's a 30 or a 60? I'm looking it up right now.
I think it starts out at a 30, I know.
No, it starts at 60. Cool. Or,
Oh, does
or maybe I took an ability that made it 60. Regardless. Okay,
Okay.
so Herald says, "Keep on him, Ninden," which inspires Ninden and gives him back probably 32 stamina.
I think it was higher than
nice.
that. Oh, it was
It
32.
is.
You got it. Nice.
And then Get'em's, unfortunately, Amaldril is now too far away, so I don't know, green, this guy.
Hey, pronk this guy in
Get
particular.
him, Gur.
The one next to Gur, yes. And that's my turn.
All right, Ninden.
Okay, Ninden goes here. And then
Here.
he leaps up onto the desk.
Ooh.
Being careful not to step.
Can you roll an athletics check? I'm joking, don't. You're fine.
I could.
And you could. You would nail it.
I'm not a goblin. I don't have problems with desks. And then Ninden is going to smash this guy with his hammer. Single attack.
All right.
You know, we really could just stand in place and do this. You don't have to keep running around, as he wails him on the head for a 37 versus KAC.
Oh,
he
wow.
doesn't, he
Yeah,
doesn't
you
want you to
don't-
take those full attacks.
You don't get the get him bonus, but you don't need it.
Simon, I can still take full attacks on hasted.
Great.
Don't need that get him bonus because you hit him all by yourself. You're a big boy.
36 points. I'm very large, mechanically
true.
speaking. I'm large.
Mechanically large.
Yes.
All right.
You might call me a heavy humanoid.
Yeah. You see, so the way this, like, Kaylin, you see this cyborg version of Amaldril show up next to you with his sword out, and then all of a sudden, Ninden jumps up and lands heavily on the desk, cracking the stone surface of it, and then swinging down and hitting him with a hammer.
Just brings it down, two-handed, over the head.
How's he looking? This asshat.
Parts of his armor are coming off, and you see fluids that aren't necessarily blood-colored leaking out of him. You would say he was pretty bloody.
Okay.
Mouse.
All right. Who needs a good shooting? Captain?
The same person who has needed a good shooting every round. Oh, except for the first two. The speedy cybernetic boy.
Ah, gotcha.
You do have him targeted, and you are still hasted, so you could do a haste enhanced move and full attack.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna
focus.
do.
There
That
you
is
go.
what I'm gonna do. Alright, let's see. It doesn't really matter, does it? But I'll move to here. Which is, for the sake of people asking. To a spot where he has no soft cover from my compatriots.
Yes, which is close to the edge of this absolutely massive transparent wall overlooking
Yeah,
the sun.
I'm silhouetted against the sun.
You are.
And gonna full attack
Do it.
as soon as Roll20 works with me. Here we go.
Come on, roll 20. You can do it.
Ah, it's a 19 and a 25.
Let's take a look at these bonuses. Well, they appear to be right. So I know sometimes the bonuses aren't calculating correctly. Yeah, unfortunately, those are both going to be a miss, even if you're... I guess that is your targeting bonus, isn't it?
The BAB is too low by 2.
Oh, is it?
I see 8 BAB and 2 untyped. The untyped is usually represents the extra amount that she's getting from targeting. And since she's level 13, that should be...
But it only goes up to her mechanic level.
Right, yes. I keep forgetting about the multi-class.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So you have 3 mystic levels, so that's worth 2 BAB. And you have... So really it should be down by 1 from 13, so your total BAB should be 12.
I was just making sure things
Which
were being
means
calculated
plus
correctly.
2, so 27.
Yep.
Something you might try is go make sure that Technomancer you have BAB selected as 3/4, not 1/2.
Oh,
yeah. There is no half for Starfinder. I think you might be right. I think that's exactly what's going on. Either way, 27 is also unfortunately going to be a miss. But it keeps Amaldrel on his toes. Speaking of people being on their toes, Kaylin.
Yeah, I'm not liking this operative in my face.
Probably not.
I will maintain concentration and take a 5-foot shifty step back away from him. Yeah. That's it. That's all I got.
Okay. Now, with concentration spells, if somebody hits you while you're concentrating, do you lose the spell? Is that how that works? Or do you still get to keep concentrating on it? Because I'm not clear. I know that you lose it if you get hit while you're casting it.
Right. And technically I'm casting during that standard action each
Interesting.
round.
Okay.
I'll see if I can find something.
But if you don't
Whoa.
get hit while you're doing that casting action, then I wouldn't think you would lose it. I don't know. See what you can find out. I'm just curious. Definitely not going to attack you with a Muldril or anything.
No, of course.
No. All right.
You wouldn't do that.
Gur, green here is going to try to punch you a couple times. See how this works. See if I get that natural 20.
Bring it on.
I don't get a natural 20, but this is
That's
kind of an
bad.
okay roll. Oh my gosh, one of them actually hit with their pulse gauntlet. How weird.
Oh my gosh.
And here I thought those were broken this whole time.
Oh shit.
There's going to be 25 bludgeoning and sonic damage, so I guess 13 bludgeoning and 12 sonic. And Orange is going to try to hit you a couple times with his gun. Shoot you with his gun, not hit you with his gun. Totally different action.
Slight difference in damage.
Yeah, just a slight bit. Yeah, nope. Shoots ineffectively, which will bring us to Amalanea and her confused buddy. Let's see. So for the security guard, it'll be 11 and 37.
At whom?
This is going to be this is the confusion roll for security guard red. So Kaylin gets to choose between the two results of 11 and 37.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I was looking at casting stuff.
No, I get it.
11 is act normally. We don't do that. 37, do nothing but babble incoherently.
Okay. Gets to babbling. And then Malinea is going to do either 36 or 13. I think those are probably going to be the same option.
Same choices. Yeah, so babble incoherently.
Alrighty. Gur.
Maybe it's coherent between themselves, though. Maybe they're having a conversation. We don't know. Gur ponders this as he full attack.
Gur thinks about it as he tries to murder somebody. Or girder someone, I guess.
Of course, it's always Gerd. Oof. Fadoof. Maybe with that second attack. 27 plus bonuses from get him.
Oh yeah, first one's not going to cut it, but the second one definitely cuts it. It's a cold cut. Very cold chain cut, indeed.
Excellent. And Gur's going to actually take a step back as part of that full attack since he's still hasted.
Ooh, yeah, that seems like... I think I know what you're doing. Let's see here.
Hey, I think you know what I'm doing, huh?
I have no idea. I don't know what any of you are doing consistently. All right. Maldrell is going to go ahead and take out his... He's got his sword out still. He's going to make a swipe at Kaylin as he moves past. Let's see. 10 feet of movement there. Kaylin, what is your KAC? Oh, no.
Oh, what?
I'm using Bodyguard as a reaction, by the by.
Okay. That's good, because he rolled a natural 20 on his trick attack.
Yeah,
oh, God, no!
We're going to be okay. It's going to be fine.
Oh, goodness. All right, so that's going to be 12d4. And then... 16.
Can't even look.
Whoa! It could have been worse. It really could have been
worse.
It could have been a lot worse. Alright, so 35, 95, and then we add the other on top. That is 135 slashing damage.
Okay.
Coming at Kaylin.
Holy pronk.
Okay, so you said
185?
135.
35. And then Ninden takes how much? Half?
Half of that, so
Alright.
135. I see you typing, I imagine you're... Yeah.
So
I'll take 68, you take 67.
Alright.
Okay. And then reduce by reduction.
And I think that does promptly end my confusion spell. It seems like it would.
Is that how it
I didn't
works?
find a good answer, but I'm thinking concentration. Even though I get to make like a move action, I'm thinking it would still count.
Okay. All right. And after managing to land that, I mean, like, I imagine it's a situation where like Ninden like reaches out with his arm to stop the blow, but it like goes through his arm and stabs Kaylin anyway.
Yeah, he screams in pain and like lets go of the spell that's been holding these other two.
Yeah.
It lasts for +1 round, though, right?
Yeah.
I think
does.
so.
It'll last for one more round.
Yeah, and that brings us to Herald.
Herald says, "Oh, you're back. Get him." And then, bravery. Assessing bravery levels. Bravery levels detected. He fires.
Okay.
Well, hold on. I can attack him. Oh yeah, I can do both. I can do both. This is easy. I shoot him with a get him, and then I move.
Okay.
I miss, but he is get him.
Yes.
And I move. My move speed is still high.
Hello. Sorry.
Ha! It's me, steak and potatoes.
No.
And that's my turn.
All right. And then your best friend left again.
No, actually, Ninden's he's gonna leap off the table, and Herald hasn't taken a good hit. He's taken a pretty good hit, but Ninden definitely doesn't want Maldril to have easy access to getting back to Kaylin. Of course, he's an operative, so he can get wherever he wants in this room. But with all that waffling, Ninden is going to end here, and he is going to take He's gonna risk it for that biscuit. He's gonna take 2 attacks.
Pursuing Amaldrel behind the pillar.
Ooh. They do not. Well, get him is +2, so that's a 30 versus KAC.
Oh, you know what? That's just a hit.
Yes. All right, and then a natural 1 on the second attack. So.
Yeah, natural 1. Not gonna cut it.
But that is 42 points of bludgeoning and cold damage.
That's true.
That's Mother Pronker. Oh, and you know what? Oh no, I should have declared it beforehand. I just remembered I have entangling on this hammer.
Oh,
damn.
Yeah, you should have declared that beforehand.
I definitely should have. Don't worry, I'll do it next round if he's still alive.
Hey, you know, the other one, the natural one, it wouldn't have cut it anyway because you're using a hammer. Mouse, it's your turn.
All right. I would be happy if this guy would die. That would be cool. That'd be cool with everyone else. Man, let's keep hoping.
I'd be amenable to this.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Ba 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 da da da.
No, stop it.
And that's fair use. Nope, that's fair use.
Is it really?
All right.
Anything under 30 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Well, Mouse moved 60 feet and is gonna shoot. Full attack! God bless haste.
Yeah.
Yeah, haste is still really good.
You're
welcome.
welcome.
Not what it was.
Well, who?
Yes!
Oh, whoa!
Well, the
Whoa!
first one is a natural 1, but then the second one is a natural 20.
All right.
Nice.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Minden, you pursue
He's going
Amaldrel.
into narration mode. This means that Amaldrel's dying.
You pursue Amaldrel behind the pillar, and you see him. You swing at him a couple times, and you hit him once. He deflects the second blow, and just as he steps back, you suddenly hear Mouse's telltale cryo rifle going off twice, and the second one, you see a beam accompanied by an icicle just kind of go straight through the back of his head, and bits of skull and metallic cybernetic parts come shooting out of his face before he crumbles. Oh!
You're welcome.
Eat it, Pronker.
Nice shot, Mouse.
You're
Let's mop these
fired.
two up.
All right, Kaylin.
Oh goodness, we've got 3 ads and 1 more mid boss who's gonna come out of this confusion here shortly. If I attack those, she's gonna come after me. So let's do. How close together are these guys? They're too far apart. You know what? I'll delay until after my 2 confused buddies here.
Okay. So green and orange here see you whipping this chain around back and forth, if you will. And they're both.
I'll whip my chain back and forth. I'll whip.
They're both going to take a step back, and they're both going to take a shot, singular shot. Both missing. But hey, at least they don't get hit by a chain yet. Yet. Okay, and now we're going to go to these 2 again. See what we can find out about their confusion. Their last round of confusion. 13 or 81 for Security Officer Red.
Oh, well, that's not a great choice. We'll have Red attack the nearest creature, I guess.
Oh dear. Okay. What is this going to be?
Nearest is.
Well,
his boss.
Mouse.
Oh, the boss.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Considering Mouse and Ninden are hiding behind pillars and not really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's just the security chief. So.
Yeah. And then hers will be attacking him back because once you get attacked while you're confused, you automatically attack that person.
Gotcha. So he opens up a burst of assault rifle fire at Amalinea, failing to hit her. So she just automatically rolls a single attack against this person, or?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you what. I don't like his chances.
Yeah.
Bye, red shirt. I mean.
Oh. Yeah. Here, let me go ahead and just roll this because it's gonna be challenging to roll this many d8s. It's just frustrating. It's a hassle. You know what I mean?
Oh, totally. Make it easier on yourself, my friend.
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm going to do that. Oh, yeah. So he fires at her, missing, and then she just kind of snaps out of her haze and whips her arm and starts firing with surprising accuracy. Just cuts him down. He is very dead.
And then my delay is done. Because she is no longer confused, and I cast.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, until after my two that were confused, and then I'm gonna use this fancy new spell I have, and I need a will save from this place.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
DC 22 will save.
This looks like Mind Thrust.
It is a Mind Thrust. This is a Mind Thrust 5.
Oh, she rolled a natural 20. Holy cow.
Okay, well, she'll still take, what's half? 65 divided by 2 is... 33 damage if you want to be kind to me and round up.
If I want to be kind. Oh, that's true.
Also...
No, I don't want to be
fatigued.
Kind. Oh, is she fatigued even if she succeeds?
Yep, that's half damage and is fatigued for 1 round if on a successful saving throw.
15d10?
Yes.
That was on the low side, too. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Kaylin, you scary.
Yeah, I've been saying this.
You have.
That will bring us back to Gur.
Oh, wait, I still have a move. I just threw a great big mind thrust. I'm gonna GTFO behind this pillar. Over here. Where I am not within line of sight for her, unless she doesn't move.
Right.
Gur is gonna wait and see what his captain wants him to shoot.
Okay. Herald.
As Amal, oh gosh, what's her name? Not Amal Terrell, but
just call her Amy.
All right. Herald shouts from across the room. Security Chief Amy, out of curiosity, do you have the same disinterest in living as your boss did?
Yeah. Is anybody else going to take an action?
Oh, does she respond?
Oh, can she respond on your turn?
Yeah, I let her.
Oh, you allow her to.
Talking is a free action.
That's true. Okay, in that case, having just come out of this mind haze she was in, and after getting smacked by this psychic damage, she kind of comes to and takes another look at the scene here, and sees her boss dead on the floor. She sees parts of a Maldrell coming out from behind the pillar to her west, and she sees one of the security guards down, and the other 3
shot.
Oh, sorry, 2 of them down, and the other 2 not looking too great.
One of them had their head ripped off.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them is dead at her feet, where she just shot the living daylights out of him.
And after a small pause, she just drops her gun and puts her hands up and says, "Guns down, people."
Thank you.
Is anyone else going to take a combat action?
No, at that, Ninden will just sort of like wander out from behind the pillar, cleaning off his hammer. But
cool.
Yeah.
Other than that, he watches warily.
Yeah, Mouse still has her whatchamacallit, her gun up, but like her finger's off the trigger.
Gur
For now.
just collects the weapons from the mooks in front of him.
Sure.
Kaylin runs to her father.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Heal.
She Amalanea, after she puts her gun down, kind of looks down and sees Kay's dad just laying there in a pool of his own blood on the ground, and she just kind of takes a step to the side.
Herald will radio Stinger 7 and say that we have some people to escort out of the building.
All right. Are you gonna cast heal on your father? Oh, you did.
Yes.
Gotcha. He coughs a couple times, but you see his eyes flutter open, and he just kind of looks up into your eyes, Kaylin, and goes, "Sunshine, I don't remember you being able to do that."
Well, I've picked up a few new tricks along the way.
I'm sorry I couldn't do any better to protect you. I didn't know what was going on. They sent you on that mission, and then I heard from one of your friends that you'd come back from the sun, and as soon as I knew it, they threw me in a holding cell.
I'm sorry I didn't come back sooner.
It's all right. You couldn't have known. We're safe now. And he looks at the body of Kessie Distra. The camera will go ahead and pull back as the sun divers. None of the combatants are able to fight any longer, as Stinger 7 comes in through the large doorway to apprehend those who have surrendered. And that is going to be where we stop for today.
All right.
They hug, right? They hug.
Oh boy.
Is there a hug?
Yes, of course
Okay.
there's a hug.
There's a hug before the camera pulls out.
Somber music.
Yeah. As it cuts.
We're just gonna wrap. You're not gonna tell us like what about like the stuff that plays over the end credits, like, and then they went on to do this and this and this.
Well, that's coming next week.
Yeah, we get that
okay.
next week.
Yeah, that's next week. This was just going to be this is
Yeah.
I wanted to kind of tie in Herald and Kaylin's story a little bit with the
We're tying up loose ends, filling in plot hole, making a nice solid story.
letting you kill them all, Drell.
Yeah, thanks for that, by the way. That was a gift.
Which I was going to say, 100%
So
just
volunteer.
player satisfaction.
And Mouse,
I got
once
validated.
again,
golf
I was
swing him across the room.
I was talking about how Mouse has gotten some really crazy, just some absolutely crazy critical hits to finish off big fights or even big baddies, especially.
Mhm.
And here it is,
Yeah.
doing more hit points than he had left with a critical hit.
I love it.
Yeah.
And
Look,
can I just say,
Mouse is a bit of a murder hobo, despite Serendipity's best efforts.
Yeah.
But, she'll be progressing off screen.
Yeah.
can I just say I appreciate the fact that that Roll20 saw fit to give each one of the murder hobos one last critical.
Yeah, that's true. Minden, Gur, Mouse all got a critical hit today.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Thank you, Roll20.
Thank you, Roll20. We
Never
appreciate
forget.
you.
But yeah, nice shorter episode today. Don't expect the next episode to be very long either. It's just going to be kind of a little bit of a wrap-up epilogue situation.
Unless y'all send in lots and lots of questions,
Well-
and then we could be here all day.
Oh
That's
boy.
not-
No, we
that-
can't because Leif has work.
that won't be part of the episode necessarily, but I was going to bring that up after the epilogue. We are going to have a bit of a wrap up Q&A for anybody who is has anything they would like to send, not just questions but comments, like if you want to tell us your favorite parts so we can all reminisce, because I'm probably going to be prompting the players with such information. I have a link specifically to that. I will send here in the chat. I guess we'll put it underneath the video, but it might be too late for people to submit questions at that point once it gets up on YouTube and all that. But depends on how caught up we can get. But either way, there's the link. Send us questions. Send us comments. We love each and every one of you. Is there anything else for us to address before we wrap up here?
No.
Producer Nick?
I got nothing. You got your new show on Saturday. We're on Dark Galaxy. Everyone should tune in for that. And everyone should send questions.
If you can.
And
yeah, send us a bunch of questions so we can answer them, I guess.
Or even just things that you want us to read in the characters' voices, you know?
Yeah, okay.
I
would read almost anything in Ninden's
voice. Sign up for a cameo, like a cameo account, so you can pay us to do voice acting things. Oh, actually, hold on. Should we discuss the future? Like, I think we've adequately figured out at least some details about what's going on with the future of the channel.
I think that comes next episode, doesn't it? I think that's the topic for next episode, because we're not really done yet, are we? We have
next week
things to tie up.
Yeah, we're mostly done. We kind of have an idea of what direction we're going after this, but it involves
there will be things.
There will be things. It involves a little bit of involvement from you guys. So we'll let you know once we have all the details hashed out. That'll happen after the epilogue next week. So
indeed. And parting thought. Sorry to step in here, but we may all act like we're okay, but deep down we all miss Battlefront 2.
What? No, what?
Huh?
I have no idea where you're going with this.
I think that's it. I think that's all he wanted to say.
He apparently
like the Star Wars game,
like the first one on Xbox.
Were there other? Wait, was that the only Battlefront game? I
no, he's
like
gone
Star
quiet.
Wars Battlefront was later.
He's muted if he's talking
for the day.
Now.
That's our parting thought for the day. No, actually, I was going to say, Cosmic Crit is now entering their second episode of Attack on the Swarm. Their first fight didn't go very well, I have to say.
It doesn't sound like it. I'm in a weird place where like I'm playing in an Attack of the Swarm game, so I don't want to spoil myself listening to them. But they're also probably going to move, well, at about the same rate that our game moves.
Yeah, roughly. So
I don't know.
Yeah, first fight didn't go super great. So I think Patrick's going to get his character death. So just tune in to Cosmic Crit.
First books, man. First books.
The first book's written by Patrick Brennan, no less.
Oh yeah, extra evil.
Like I said last week, if any book is going to kill a player, this is the one. So I think we're going to see it.
I'm not super optimistic about my melee operatives' longevity.
But it's okay. You've got a flanking buddy in my melee ranged switch hitter armor mechanic. It's great.
Yeah.
Totally optimal. All right. I think that's going to do it. So for just one more time after this, let's say goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Take care of yourselves, everyone.